God damn, man. John got a lot of randoms in here, cuz.
Yes, he does, bro.
Yo, Tim. They go tell Tim over here, Tim.
They gonna tell me, yo,
Somebody
TJ.
sleep on the
What's up,
couch.
Tim?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Hey, so why are we here? Like, can we even record
Here,
here?
listen to this nigga.
Can we
Yeah.
record?
This is what we gonna do. We gonna pour a shot, and then 5 minutes after that, I'm gonna say, "Shots up," and we gonna take them. Then 2 minutes after that, we gonna take another.
Ooh, sounds fun.
Wait,
That's
wait,
what
wait,
I
wait,
like.
whoa. What about him?
Him, Fred. He just smiled and says,
Yeah.
"Yo."
Really though? Yo, that's out of pocket, bro.
That makes sense. I'm trying to get down. That makes sense. Okay. Yo, what's that noise? What is happening?
Noise, yo, watch how you talking about my children. That's not noise. It's a brand, image, systems, way of life. Brother from another.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely excited to be here. My other question though is, are y'all drunk every episode?
Every episode, bro.
Every single one of them. Look, listen, you get your Bombay, maybe some lemonade, or some Kraken, or some Jim Beam peach, and then it's on after that, man.
Okay, I can get down with that. Well, I guess the bigger question after all of that is, so we drink and do our job?
Yes, sir.
Listenership loves it. Shots up.
Brother from another, 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 brother from another,
Boogaloo.
What's happening?
Right now, stop being greedy.
Boogaloo.
Keep it real, partner. Give to the needy.
Ribs is touching,
Hello.
so don't make me wait. Fuck around and I'm gonna bite you. Snatch the plate.
Recoveries,
Shout out to
recoveries.
DMX, man.
Recoveries.
Prayers
Yeah, I
up.
hope it recovers fast, man.
You know
Yeah.
Be off life support.
the crazy part is I just. Oh, that sounds so bad.
What's gonna sound bad, man? Say it.
Oh,
I just
don't.
accepted. Accept is the wrong word. I just understood addiction. Because y'all know my battle between how I view diseases and illnesses. Somebody broke it down to me like, it's not, yeah, that, and that. They break down how diseases and illnesses, and it's like, it's a chemical imbalance. When you put it like that, well, then, yeah, addiction is real. That's
So before
crazy.
then, it wasn't real.
I don't believe in
Not to
addiction.
him.
Not to me. Like, to me, I'm just thinking, like, what's
How
your.
come you got so much of the camera and I don't? You know why?
Because he,
Wanna slap
he
me?
got an
made me
addiction
over.
to the limelight.
Damn, dog. I don't want to be that close to you.
You don't want to touch me? Yo, don't touch my knee, dog.
I didn't touch you. You can't prove it. How about that?
That's Sean Watson. Anyway, what I was saying
They
that
said some wild shit about dude. That's it.
what I was saying was, yeah, I didn't think that it was a thing. Like, your willpower should be bigger than that. Like, at any point, if we're gonna say mind over matter, then your mind should be stronger than that. But if you say that's a chemical monster in your mind that you can't do that, I understand it. And then this happened.
That's
like,
all we've been saying. That you kept disagreeing with.
no, it's a lot.
It's just the wording you
We'll
need.
talk about when we had that guest. Cause I got questions for him.
Yeah. There we go. Wait.
Yeah.
Teaser.
Not there you go. What y'all like to- What y'all drinking on?
John's a teaser.
What y'all drinking on? Cause we got off topic that fast.
Oh, we just started the podcast.
Yeah, we just started, and it was about
Episode
DMX,
33.
bro.
44,
33, yo.
78,
You just keep going up. What's up with you?
37.
This shit might not be 33 to be honest, because we
37.
skipped. We done skipped shit.
I-
Will we count that live? Because that's an episode.
When I said this before, and
Then
then
that's
it's totally
32.
crazy, and then I said, yeah.
Then that's 30. Then we might be on 33. But, you know.
Salud.
What we drinking though? What we drinking?
I ain't even. Yeah,
This
I
is
ain't
from this is from Fayetteville. This is moonshine, apple cider moonshine.
So me and John is drinking apple cider moonshine from Vietnam.
And I listen to Cole album. That nigga,
Tim,
I'm a Koopa scooper.
I just roasted this tequila.
That nigga Cole really
tequila.
Tequila Sunrise.
Yeah.
Salud, Fred. What weed you got?
Man, I can't tell you all that, but I did my extracurricular activities off cam, so I'm sitting nice.
Oh shit.
Oh, lazy.
Yo, we gotta hurry up and get this.
I'm about to
shit.
say, yeah. If Fred not here for the second episode, second half, y'all know why. Shout out to our sponsors.
Man.
I'm gonna let y'all know now. Don't ever send us a contract
That was
again.
good. That was really good.
Don't send us a contract again saying that all parties need to be there for the podcast.
Who said that?
I'm just saying.
He's saying for future reference.
For future reference. Don't say that all parties need to be there for both halves of the episode. No.
Because Fred disappears mentally.
No,
literally.
I don't. That was one podcast.
That's all it takes.
Two.
Fred, we ain't told you since Wednesday. You said you just woke up. Those are your words, not us.
When I say that?
Don't look at me, nigga.
When you woke up,
When
nigga. No,
I
I'm looking
said
at Fred.
that?
Fred, you said, yo, I've been in and out of sleep the fucking last days. I'm up now.
He talking about that one time. He still talking about
Yeah, they talking about that one time. So,
See?
we already went through that one time. I made a mistake. I found the dosage.
Mistakes were made.
Matter of fact, we so disrespectful. Happy anniversary, Fred.
Thank you,
and,
man.
and happy Easter. Happy Easter,
Happy
too.
Easter.
Happy Easter as
He's
well.
Muslim.
Resurrection Sunday.
Muslim.
Whoa, I'm not Muslim, bro. Chill out.
What's wrong with this nigga, dog?
I went down that path already.
All right, I was joking.
Hey. Was it a long or short path?
Assalamu alaikum, good brother.
It was
Assalamu
like-
alaikum, good
it
brother.
was like-
Assalamu
Pork,
alaikum.
salami, and bacon, good brother.
What was that? Like 5 years?
Freddie had a whole lot of Rahmatudes.
You remember we got cursed out because we said
Yo,
what
you
did we say?
wild, bro.
What?
What we said we took a shot. What is it? What's Arabic? Praise be to
Allah Akbar.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah.
I love God, and everybody looked at us like we was crazy.
I can
Everybody
understand why, but
No,
I
you
understand where
understand
y'all
why.
coming from. Too.
Yeah, it's
I
just
understand
another
where y'all
language.
coming
It's
from,
just another
too.
language, yo. If you don't know the
Yeah.
language, just say you don't know the
But
language.
I
Don't say-
understand people that's you know it just.
me and Chase did that shit for a night purposely. Allah Akbar. These niggas are crazy.
They're about to blow the roof.
At my house. It's at my house. These niggas are crazy. No.
Tim is so fucking over us. Look at his face.
That's chilling.
Tim really just be looking like these niggas, man.
And that's exactly what Tim did. He goddamn put his shot down like, I'm not doing this. I'm gonna wait. Then I'm gonna take my shot because I ain't no bitch, but I'm gonna wait.
Tim really be looking at us like the parent that's just looking at their children act up. Oh my God, man.
I didn't raise you like this. I didn't raise you like
That's
this.
how I look at my children. Leah be out here wilding. I'm like, oh,
Leah-
I raised her. Yeah,
Y'all didn't raise Leah. Leah raised herself on TV.
She is very independent.
She is no, not independent. Self-sufficient. Two different things.
I know what I said.
It's not the same thing.
I didn't say it was the same thing.
All right. Anyway, how y'all doing?
This nigga John love to create some kind of fucking debate. I didn't say nothing. Just trying to argue. I just said what I
And
said.
look, I'm looking in the
You wanna
camera because I
argue
want the
with
camera to see my face. Why are you lying like
You
that?
want the camera to see your face. You ain't gotta look at the camera for it to see your face.
If I do this, they can't see my face.
They still see your face because
They
I
can't-
see your face through the camera. Make a face. Why you covering your mouth? Why your eyebrows go up? See what I'm saying?
Why I cover my mouth? If I cover my mouth, can you see my face? Or my mouth not part of my face?
Is that your whole face or just a part of your face?
See, now we're getting into this a different kind of battle now. And
Ah,
like
Jesus
I said,
Christ. Are y'all
John
drink-
loves to create a debate. We're gonna have a show called Debate Creator, and you gonna be the fucking host.
What was the last episode? John versus the world.
Word. You said the bird,
Nah, it was
bird.
John. Did I answer your question?
That
I
was
swear, I swear. Did I answer? I don't know if I answered your question, but
because you know you didn't answer my question.
no, I'm not talking about right now.
Oh,
You gonna touch all the way to you touch the whole
Are
rim
y'all,
of my fucking bottle.
are y'all getting the vaccine or have already gotten it?
Nah, I ain't get that though. I ain't got no plans
I've been
to
thinking
do
about it
that,
honestly.
What you were
though.
thinking?
Ain't got
About?
no plans. Cause if they I'm just trying. I don't know. Like I'm like in the middle. Because it's like obviously if my job sit there and be like, yo, you gotta get it to work here, then it's like, all right, bro. Like now I'm upset. Now I'm trying to look for a job. Now I'm trying, but I might still do it just
My
'cause.
job,
I don't know.
Amazon said we give you $40 per shot. I said, so my life is worth
$80.
$80 to you. I said, you was better off just not saying that. Just say, yo, get it. Just get it so you can work here. You better off saying that.
And the 80 is saying if you do it this time, because if they got another shot, they'd be one shot of
Johnson, but they already know people not getting Johnson and Johnson.
No, some people getting Johnson.
They're in a whole lawsuit right now. Like, I'm not going through nobody with a lawsuit.
They're always in a lawsuit.
Yeah, so let's think about it.
Yo, you don't want no babies in you?
I have babies in me. I put them out.
You know,
I
embryos.
shoot them out every time. I go, ugh. That's the sound I make.
Oh god.
So somebody get mad.
Yo.
When he used to get his thing and mad, they used to make a sound. Ugh.
He said, "Ugh."
Focus on the vaccine.
That's what we talk about. The Johnson.
Chase is happy to be back.
I am. I'm happy to be back. What?
This
What's wrong?
guy's
I get to
crazy.
talk to my brothers. Ain't nothing better than this, man. I look
My
forward
man
to it.
said, "Ugh."
Come on, you getting
With it. Yeah, I got the first dosage.
How your arm feel? You scratching it? I don't like it.
Oh, well, this isn't the arm that I got it in. So.
Oh, that's even worse then, because now your other arm itch when you get it. Oh my god.
Nah, it was fine. The day I got it, it hurt a little bit. I was more fatigued than anything. Like for like 24 hours, just felt like real groggy and tired. But it's also because I was moving a lot. It's like I literally got the shot and like had a full day activity.
You making excuses?
Worked out. No, I'm just saying like that's what it was. So, but I think it definitely played a part in me feeling fatigued. But they said the second dose was worse.
Yeah. My supervisor at my job, she got it and she called out this next day. Like she got the dose and she literally said, and we working from home, so she was like, "Yeah, I'm not in the office today. I don't feel well."
Yeah.
My niece, my mom, my sister, my nephew, even my dad got the first one. They all said the first one made them fatigued. My niece actually got another fever. My mom, her jaw. What?
He was like YG.
400.
Boy.
That's his thing. I look better than you.
You look like YG. I thought it and I was like, yo, he got a chain, he got the blood. So whoop gang. I see you.
400.
My fault. Go ahead, Fred.
But my mom's, she actually was like real bad. Like they diagnosed her with something else. It was like something because she got the shot.
Utopia.
Please.
Utopia.
Please just let him finish his story.
I'm sorry, but I'm saying Utopia, dog.
She got the shot and I think she said a day later, like it was like a vein in that same arm that started like protruding. And then
she a superhero.
She went. Yeah, I told her that. I was like, you got superpowers now. But you got superhuman strength in that one arm and that one vein. But she was like she was stuck in a bed like for a week actually. Like she just super fatigued. She said the whole arm hurt. So then when she went in, they told her that they gave it some type of thing. I was like, oh, so you went in for COVID and came out with something else. Oh, that's great.
That's exactly what everybody said too. Like, I'm glad you came in today because you had something else. Yeah, that's it.
Like,
so you think
that ain't just vaccine related either? I went in for my ankle. They said your blood pressure is a little high. I said, well, don't fucking look at that.
You think that's for the fourth wave of COVID that she got the shot, or do you think she got it for a reason?
No, she got it for a reason. Like they was getting it regardless. They actually questioned me and my household all the time. Like, y'all gonna get it? I was like, I ain't touching it. I've been good without it. And I'm like, I'm a 3-time pneumonia survivor. Like I'm good. I'm good over here. I ain't catching that.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
I didn't know that either, though.
I mean, I knew.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that's if you caught it 3 times, your body just might be like, yo, dog, get the vaccine.
Or to stay in the house.
Else.
My
like,
body is like, nah, we good.
Oh, your body said, I fought that off. All right.
Yeah, like we good. No, I had it
AIDS.
3
What's
times between 10 and what was it, like 10 and 15.
Everybody said
10 and 15.
Fred body said AIDS smades, nigga.
Whoa, y'all's out of
I knew that's what, I
pocket.
knew that's where you were going to go. So I left it alone.
Spades.
I knew
Nigga,
exactly.
Throw your
what-
fucking cards out.
and I said it, and I was like,
I got big Joker.
Nah, bro. Yo, how you mute this guy, dog?
Yo, I'm in the breakout room.
He gonna put me in a breakout room.
Breakout room.
He gotta get time out.
So
bro. He-
Fred and Chase, I guess it's more specifically.
No, man. Include Tim, man.
Okay, Fred, Chase, and Tim.
I'm gonna go to the breakout room.
That's fine. So y'all letting y'all children get the vaccine too, or y'all just gonna get it for yourselves?
See, Tim can answer that question.
I mean, nah. Unless if the school is mandating it, then I have to. Like, cause I can't just up and just start homeschool either. And so it's gonna be one of those things. Like, I'm gonna be pissed, especially if he has some side effects. Like, but it's just something that, like, at that point, I feel like then I'll do it with him, because I don't want him to feel like, you know, he had to get this on his own. Like, no, I'm gonna go through this battle with you, even though our bodies may not react the same. I'm gonna go through this with you, like, because I don't feel like you should do it by yourself. So yeah, if they do that, then I can see myself getting it, just cause, like, that's just like I don't bang with that. Like, that's sucky. But
You know, kids got like their immune systems like the new car smell. Like, it's like their immune systems is fresh. Like, they supposed to be built to handle shit like this. Like, mine ain't shit. Lack of sleep, poor diet. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit right there. That already, just those two things drop my immune system down. So, I'm thinking about it. I want to give it time, though. I'm not completely opposed to the vaccine. I'm not completely for it. I just want to give it time, man. I just think time is needed. I don't think a year of this pandemic, like, we passed a year of the lockdown in March, but the pandemic really was started like that December, like, not in America, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to give it time, dog. I don't know if I trust it fully yet.
Stop saying the pandemic like as a past tense. France just shut down for a month.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's still a pandemic.
Like, they just said, "Hey, yo, we good with this." The fourth wave, no, don't even risk it. We're shutting down.
I just don't know when the first wave ended. So it's like
there's no way a wave happens, and you've been to the beach.
Yeah,
it happens and it stops. This has never stopped.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know
so
if
it's not
a wave,
and that's the problem. I think
I know it's been one big ass tsunami.
Yeah, that's a better statement. Tornado, Sharknado, actually.
Yeah. So I don't. I want to give it time, but I'm not opposed to it. I just wanted to run its course first. I ain't even get an Xbox yet because I don't know if shit gonna work. Man. I ain't get no PS. Yeah.
Tim, what about your kids?
Spades.
Well, my college students, what I say is my kids.
No, nigga, your children that you had.
Look, I tried to do it. You ain't
Tim
denied.
went to Ethiopia that one time and he came back here.
Stop talking about, yo, shout out to Cam.
That's how I know that I get the vaccine. Because if I want to go to Africa, I'm already getting a bunch of shots to go to Africa.
What?
You got to get shots to go to certain countries.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Certain countries in Africa.
No, you have to be.
Get shot.
Nope. All right.
John, Google it, dog. I'm not gonna sit here and be your fucking encyclopedia.
If I Googling y'all wrong, what's happening then?
I mean, I'll take a shot or two.
Why does something always have to happen? Why can't you
Because
just
y'all
acknowledge?
Once again,
I'll acknowledge you.
Once again, I think this is my problem with life. Y'all people still think opinions. I'm not gonna do this today.
Man, just go ahead and get what you had.
It's
a question.
not an opinion.
It's
though.
Tim answering.
It wasn't
Not
an
answering the
opinion.
question. I mean, your question about the shots. I know that because people who travel there regularly have told me that.
Yeah,
So unless they're just saying that to say it, you know, which I think that'd be weird.
Or maybe they still don't know.
It could also be that. But I would just
Right,
feel
they
like
say no, and that
if
country
you
go, well,
are
nigga, you ain't
in
coming
the
over
medical
here.
field, you are doing your job a disservice by lying and saying you have to get something. Like legally, they can't say that.
And when it's not just them, it's multiple people that says it.
Salud.
But to answer the question about the vaccine, I mean, I got it because my job is very people forward facing. So like somebody like Fred, I get it. Like he's at home, so he's not interacting with people on a regular basis. Me, like I'm mandated to go into the office 2 to 3 times a week minimum, and I'm dealing with a population that spreads it the fastest, which is college students. And so I agree. I wasn't with it when they first put it out, but once it became available, we were eligible to get it. I was like, let me just do my part because my parents also caught COVID. So I haven't seen my parents since December, and it was just like, all right, if I go home, like, let me do the best that I can, at least keep them safe. So if I get it, at least
No, not
it
COVID.
minimizes, contact tracing or all that stuff. So
So you missed it.
I did miss it. What's the shot you need to go to Africa?
It's if you're going to travel to Africa, because he pulled up COVID. You don't need a COVID vaccine yet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we were
you
saying that,
need
John. We were saying there are
certain shots to travel to certain places.
Oh, y'all didn't mean like that. Y'all didn't.
That's what the statement was.
Solid.
Just
That's
say
what
you
we
misunderstood
said,
the
yo.
statement.
My fault. I did. Salud. Y'all didn't mean like that though. that hasn't changed. We were talking about COVID, and then y'all did that. That's crazy.
I'm saying that
No,
that's
you-
happened.
you-
So
you were-
going forward to speak into the future, they can do the same thing.
You
for
worship.
COVID.
You worship the defendants right now. You're just trying to make things.
You call me worser?
Yeah. No, you're worse. I mean, worse is not a word.
You call me worser.
No, I didn't.
Do what you say.
You're worse than the defendant right now.
Oh, worse than
Yeah.
the defendant.
Yeah.
What defendant?
It's only one trial going on.
No, that's a bunch of trials going on. I
That's
actually
not.
know something that's going on. other than that.
And George's not on trial. You're worse. You're worse than that defendant.
Hmm?
You're worse than that defendant.
What's his fucking name?
Nobody. I don't want to give him light. That's why I keep saying it like that. the fact that this trial
The
is
murderer.
no, it's the murder defendant.
The murderer of Fred Gardner.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Tough.
his lawyer names we don't know. No, he. What do you mean tough? He is a murderer. Killed him.
No, he said Fred Garner. Did you not say Fred Garner?
I did say Fred Gardner because I was looking at Fred.
No, I said Fred Gardner.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
why I said
Freddie.
tough.
Eric
I was
Garner.
like, what?
My bad. That's my bad. That's on me.
Like,
dog.
I tried to save him too,
gotta
because
and I
die.
wasn't even joking. I fucking just
He was dead
misspoke.
set. I tried to save him too.
My bad.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I gotta
my
die,
fault.
bro.
That's right. That's right. No, you.
Yeah.
Well, not yet.
But that's you're worse than him on that point.
I'm not. I'm not worse.
You're trying to put something else on trial that shouldn't be on trial. The facts are we're talking about COVID.
No, that's not what I just did.
What you do?
I talked about getting shots and vaccines to travel.
When has that changed for them? If it wasn't COVID,
Huh?
when has that changed for them? If it wasn't for COVID,
Change for who? What are you talking about, John?
you said we need shots to go to Africa. Let me know when I'm wrong. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that's always been the case, correct?
I don't think it's always been the case. They had to mandate it sometime.
Or
It wasn't originally to go to Africa. You had to get a shot. They had to make it that way.
Or did you just not know about it? That's my only thing.
Not know about what?
The shots needed to go to Africa.
I mean, present day, you know about it if you want to travel to Africa. But I'm pretty sure there's a time you could travel to Africa and not have those shots.
What shots? Tell me the shots.
I mean, I'm not sure I haven't traveled to Africa, but I've heard people say, "Yo, I gotta get certain shots," and they got like different kind of names. You have to get them though. Just because I don't know the specific names, don't change the fact that to go to Africa, you have to get those shots. So
John, get your question. So you're asking what shots are needed in order to go pre-pandemic? That's your question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, cool. So the original statement that me and Chase had said was to go to certain countries in Africa, it's not the entire continent, but certain countries you get to have shots. I know one of them was malaria related to that disease because it's a huge outbreak and because of water contamination. So in order to be safe, it's just I don't know what the shot is called, so I apologize when I have information. But it's a shot that you need in order to travel to certain parts that those diseases are very high popularly. That makes sense.
I got you. So you're saying that before it was like an option, now it's mandated.
Right. When the switch happened, that's what me and Chase don't know. I can say at the very earliest, I would say like early 90s is when it was like highly suggested that you should get this because that's when a huge outbreak of malaria was happening.
And so, okay, I got you. So my question to you is, and Fred and Chase, y'all be the best people speaking this. Do y'all give y'all children those shots?
which ones? The ones that
Malaria or chicken pox? Well,
well,
not
Shorty
chicken.
had the chicken pox. and the polio one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do y'all give them their shots?
But not. I don't personally do it, but she has
Nah,
got
but
no
yeah,
shots.
to be in public schools, you have
Yeah,
to.
you gotta have those shots.
Right. Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, to be in a public school system, to be even able to go to those schools, you have to get those shots in the beginning of that process. I think even certain daycares, they gotta have certain shots to even be able to attend those daycares. So, I mean, if you want this type of service at this age, then yes, you have to have it.
So what's your cutoff then? So what are y'all cut off?
As far as what?
As far as like
Legislation,
what
I
shots
guess.
and what.
Legislation, because at this point you're saying that to be in this type of service, to have children like this, what's your cutoff?
I don't know, dog. Like if they start giving it to kids and kids start dying or they start, getting sick like really, really bad, then I'ma just be on some. All right, well, I don't see what was wrong with virtual. I don't know why we can't go down this avenue again. But I mean, I see what's wrong, but then like for my kid, it was actually fine. So in this case, can y'all just send him a video or record what you was doing in class so he can have something and we can, as parents, help him out? Because I'm not about to send my kid to go get a COVID shot and these kids is like dying. Like say you give out of 10 kids, 7 of them dying from this COVID shot, or 7 of them have some crazy situation from this COVID shot. Like no,
70%, they might as well
Damn,
shut
Trey,
that
that's-
shit
that's
down.
high.
I'm about to say, yeah. Frey, you got real dark.
If you would have said like 3, you
Yeah,
had me. I would've been
3.
my cutoff. Fred like, nah, 7 going out.
I guarantee
and my kid ain't
if,
going.
Yeah, if 7 of them die
No,
from it,
can't hear
they
you.
stopping that
No.
shit.
But outside of just like COVID, I'm just talking about like what
I
is
can't
what
even
it
hear y'all. Like what is going on right now?
hears now. Good.
It's nutty,
You hear
bro.
me now? Good.
Well, like I was saying, like just outside of that, like Chase, like outside of like COVID, what is your
You can't hear you still.
What in the boogaloo?
See, what the boogaloo?
we can hear you though.
Yeah, so just talk.
That's
Get done.
Wow. Okay.
What?
You need to take a break.
Moving on.
Yeah, I was asking outside of that, what do y'all think? Like, what is y'all limit to like what legislation affects your lives? Like gun control, drug control. Like, how do y'all view that? Like, if it's legal, does it make it safe?
I don't know about legislation because I don't know if they like. I feel like if you got other options,
Mm-hmm.
then like because if I own something, then I can make something true for what I own, but I can't make it true for everywhere. So I feel like that's how DPS or like public schools go about it. Like, yeah, to attend us, you got to do this, but I mean, your kid you could homeschool
No,
them
I'm
and
not-
you won't have to get none of
I'm
that.
not saying that. I'm saying if like legislation made it, you can be legal and have a gun at 15. How do you parent that in your
Oh
house?
no, that ain't happening. Not at 15. You're not. I don't feel like you sound enough mentally to make the right decisions
That's
with
what I'm
a
asking.
firearm at 15.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, so I'll answer that. That's what I just answered. But I thought you was talking about like shots stuff, like vaccine.
No, that's what I said. Outside of that, because the mass shootings that happened that happened in Philly, the recent one in California, and then in Colorado, when you look at the stories, they be like, they knew what guns were, but they just kept going. Even so, when you look at like the Colorado drawing, they said that the guy said, oh yeah, I was just about to he told his dad, I'm about to play with guns. I'm sorry, I'm about to play with toys. He went to the gun chamber. And there was another recent one in Atlanta that got stopped because he went to the bathroom and heard all this clicking. Like, yo, what's that noise? Like,
He snitched on.
yeah, it's not snitching.
Oh no, it's a good snitch. Yep, good job.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, he went and told like, yo, there's something not right with the guy in the stall over there.
Yeah,
I hear clicking when he's supposed to be taking a piss.
Good snitch. Yep. I love that type of. I love that snitch right there.
Okay, but that's what
Yeah,
I'm
back to
asking.
your original question, John. Like, if it's just because it's legal, does it make it right or is it safe? No. I mean, we've seen that so many times in America, man, where it's certain laws out there. You're just like, That's a law. Like you can legally do that, and it just doesn't make sense. Like I think even just like people get gun license, it's pretty easy. Like it's almost easier to get your gun license than it is a lot of other things in life. Hell, to get a passport.
I tell you this much. I failed my driver's test one time. When I went and got my gun permit, it wasn't no fail. It wasn't even a test. It was just a background check.
It's a background check, and then for some states
Yeah.
you take the class.
That in North Carolina, you gotta take the class for the concealed carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
that's what I'm saying. Like it's not consistent state to state because I can only imagine. Like I feel like Texas is probably the easiest place to ever get a gun.
you can get one at Walmart.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Pennsylvania is pretty.
I got mine. I didn't find out till I got mine that I didn't need a license to get an AK to get a automatic weapon.
That's wild, cuz.
That's what I'm saying. Like yeah. It's just crazy.
And
that's crazy.
That's that type of stuff right there. Like I think it's crazy because I'm not I like that whole abolish the Second Amendment shit. I don't fully agree with because I would have had a right to bear arms. Like that's the Second Amendment for a reason. But I do feel like it should be harder though. Like you shouldn't just be able to just walk into a store and just grab it, or fill out a paper and they do a background check and then use it. All right, here you go, you got it. Like I said, all right. What about my mental? Like, what about my psychological makeup? Like, y'all don't even know. Just because I ain't do nothing in the past don't mean that I'm stable enough to own a gun. And I feel like it should be more tests and shit. Like, you really got to take a test to drive a car, like, because they realize how dangerous a car can be. So why is it so easy to get a gun? Like, it's just wild type of shit. Like, shit. Like, I came down here from Philly and I'm like, this, all y'all do for y'all driving tests is y'all on parallel park?
No, you do parallel
just
park.
pull in?
You get the look behind you. You get it's actually if you fail your test if you don't look if you don't put your hand a certain way.
I know some that didn't parallel park, dog. They just pulled in the park, and I'm like, damn, that's wild to me. And I'm like, just for the simple fact that it changes so much state to state, it can't be good when it comes to shit like guns. Like it just can't be.
So you think it should be an equal all over?
Yeah, why not?
But if that's the case, like when we go back to the death of Eric Gardner, we look at it as like the cop felt he was in the right. Because from state to state, what he did in New York, that is a tactic they teach.
No, it's been banned too, though. That chokehold he put on him.
Since then.
No, before that.
Oh.
It was banned before that.
So what's the trial?
Huh?
What's the trial?
You said watch the trial?
Why is it a trial?
Because you got to have a trial for, like, nobody.
The justice system sucks.
Yeah. But you still got
a better answer to
everybody goes through a trial, though.
No.
Who don't go through a trial?
A lot. Go through a trial?
Who? Like, what kind of offense do you go through that doesn't require some form of a trial?
Chase, that's not the avenue we want to take on this. There's a lot of people that are. I'm sorry. Go through a trial. But there's a lot of people that his trial is because he's saying he's not guilty.
Mm-hmm. But even before that, you got to go through a trial to.
But what I'm saying,
to go through.
I got you. I understood what your verbiage. I understand everything. What I'm saying is, we can agree he's guilty because he did something that was outlawed before.
Yeah.
Correct? So why not pop up? Why not say, "Oh, I'm guilty"? Or why not plead that?
Because he's a cop and he can get off no matter how, like. But that's not your question, though. I said it.
I said I understand your verbiage and everything.
So why you make a face when I give you an answer? like this is my point. Like
I made a face because I didn't understand your question at the time. And I said
my question. I didn't have no question.
I think the bigger part to your question is like, yeah, not everybody gets a trial in the same way. Like some things go to jury, some things go to just to a judge. Mm-hmm. To me, like, why couldn't this just go straight to a judge? Like, you see the evidence, we all know that it's wrong. Make a decision, give the sentence, and move on. And going to Chaser's point, I think, unfortunately, like it goes to trial because he is a cop, and it gives the prosecutor and the defense a chance to pick the jury in favor for their respective sides, and then we'll see what happens. But obviously, we can see that what would happen was wrong, and yeah, it is a tactic. But I also feel like too with that training, like that tactic is only to be used when your life is threatened. from what we could see from multiple camera angles, there was no threat given. And if you want to get technical and do like a whole SWOT analysis, like
No, not even that. They can't find the $20 bill that allegedly was there.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't one.
They can't find the counterfeit. The cops said for a reason. Oh, he did this. That's why we there.
Mhm.
They can't find that shit as
Can't find it
evidence.
at all. That
And
was
my
very
thing-
early on. Like that was very early on.
there are
That
two
they
things
couldn't
that bother
find
me.
that.
That's number one. And the second thing is, why do you put him in the car to then pull him back out? He's already detained if he's in the car. So anyway, not to linger on this because I don't
That's
want this podcast
that's
to
the
be
two
like
things.
super heavy.
Oh yeah. So you way more. You're a better person than me. I
can't watch trials like that. I remember watching the Trayvon, the fucking Zimmerman one.
Thank you for doing that. Actually,
Fucking-
Trayvon wasn't on trial.
He wasn't on trial, but his murderer's
and that's
trial.
why. And that's why I'm trying to like. That's why I'm like. I don't even. But I don't want to get an officer like clout on
Well,
this platform.
I hear
like,
you, I hear you.
I don't like no like.
Uh,
fuck you.
Trayvon Martin's murderer's trial.
No, for real.
And
Like fuck him.
I remember.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Like I'm smiling is my way of agreeing. Like I tell people all the time. I think over the last like year, as Black people, like our trauma has been heightened to a point where it's just televised like every second of the day, and so it gets hard. It gets hard to just watch stuff like that. Like I really haven't watched the trial this week because I was like I've been in a good space. Work was actually pretty decent this week. Don't tell my job that. And so I was just like, all right, I'm to just block it out. I watch the highlights on CNN because they always shoot out updates for sure about it. But it's like mentally, I'm just not in a place where I can watch it because I knew there'd be parts of the trial that would be just triggering. But I was really happy about the Black guy who gave his testimony, and I think it was the
MMA fighter, yeah.
Yes, like that made me so happy, and like the fact he kept his composure. He said what he said and meant it, and like the delivery of like everything about it, just like, man, like that's Black people on the regular, and he didn't give them a chance to like build this unnecessary profile about him.
He knew the purpose though. Like that's what I'm saying.
Right.
And then I guess we'll talk about it later. Just talking, I feel like in life, I think Black people, when we accept Black society, not people, when we accept certain things, we change it to it being a norm instead of being like we accepted this, so why can't we teach? Like reach one, teach one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that we have to worry about. Like even so, like when you look at like you go to the trial in New York, and then you go to New York now has a legal weed law. It said that it's free. It's 94% of people in jail in New York are going to be fined. 94%. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of jail. So when you look at it like that, it's like, damn. Like, how do we have the connect?
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's an understanding of making sure everybody knows everything outside of that. Because it's no way that, it's no way this should be a trial. We have video. This shit should be a cop. Like everybody, copy your plea. Copy your plea. We seen you.
If his plea is guilty, right?
Yeah. If it's like, but why he's not saying guilty is fucking insane to me.
Because it's not really insane to me because he could get off.
It's the privilege of being a cop.
Because you got to prove it, even with the video. You got to prove that his life wasn't in danger, and that's why, like I was saying, like I had to watch Trayvon Martin's murderer's trial, and I'm sitting there, and the whole time I'm like, he gonna fucking win.
Not only
he not proving
a cop though. My fault. I was just saying, not only a cop, but he's white.
Yeah, white. But yeah, like
But don't I see? And
it's hard to watch.
That's
dog.
not. But that's not mix. Let's not mix these things. Trayvon was wrong. We all can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have Trayvon's video. This is an exact moment of somebody saying an 8-minute video saying.
Can we back up? You said Trayvon was wrong.
Like the murder of Trayvon.
Oh,
the death of Trayvon is wrong. Like we're not.
He should be alive.
Yeah,
I thought you said Trayvon was wrong. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Oh no.
Oh no, wronged. ED. Like he was wronged.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah. So if we don't have a video of that, which is not our fault, but we don't have video of it. We have a video of he is sitting on this man's neck as a human.
With the foot on his neck, right? The knee on his neck.
As a human saying, I can't breathe. Like as a human. Like we have been taught in fights. If somebody's knocked out, or if you knock somebody out and they hit their head on the concrete, you might go to jail for that shit. Don't record it. Somebody's recording this shit. Like he's saying this shit. Like that's my disconnect for it. That's my disconnect for it. It's like, what are we doing here?
Do we need video for Trayvon's?
It is what it is.
This guy wasn't even a cop that did that.
You don't know.
It's you.
Court cases, especially these high profile ones, is that it's all on what you're exactly on trial for. Like every word that you say
what they
as the charge matters. One word off changes every, because then they'll go to the jury and say you can only base it on
this one thing.
And it's like, bruh, like come on, we all know this is fucked up in multiple ways. I also agree in John's remnants of like it's on camera, it's 8 to 9 minutes long. There's multiple angles. It'd be different if it was just like one angle, maybe, and it's like, it's kind of obstruction. We still know it's wrong. It's multiple angles that you can see this. We also know that certain body cameras were intentionally cut off at a certain point in time. And it's like, all right, you can see the video feed of like, yeah, this is getting bad. Let me just like real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like certain like things you just know. And unfortunately, to go to Chase's point, because there are other cops who also jobs are in jeopardy, who are probably still on paid leave. If I don't hold him down as my coworker, it's gonna make our whole department look bad, which is already a thing. So my thing is like have the decency and humanity to recognize that you fucked up, you did a terrible thing, and take your plea and roll out.
I made a mistake too. It's not Eric Garner, it's George Floyd. I don't know why I keep it's all this shit just be running together for me.
Right.
But it's George Floyd's murderous trial, not Eric Garner. My bad. I wanted to mention that before.
In there. My fault.
No.
We all did. We ran with it.
Yeah, I mentioned
both.
It's
both at the same time.
George Floyd. I don't even think Eric Garner killer went to a trial.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, they didn't even let that rock. Like George Floyd. My bad.
It's all trash.
But it's just crazy how all of this shit could pretty much replace each other though. Like. And it's sickening.
I think the other part that sucks too is like we're all just hoping for just one trial to come out correct, which is really sad. And it's a point that John says, and I feel like it's going to haunt me the rest of this season. But at what point do we get past like first? And what point do we just get like our just due for just being? And in this situation, it's like, oh fuck it, damn John. Like I mean, you're right, but it's like we just need one. Like we just need one to say that at least once it worked. Like the justice system actually upheld.
But one opens up a can of worms.
You saw OJ.
I mean,
and
yeah, I know.
that was my point. See, look, don't put OJ in my. I was gonna say, look, Tim, and that's my problem. I know people that think like you're like, let someone tell Johnny, right? Like, damn, goddamn. But what I'm saying is,
because you're wrong so much.
I'm fine.
Like you know how like one time open up a can of worms. You tell John he right one time, it opened up a can of worms.
You see, I got cut off and I didn't get a chance to finish.
So you know what this podcast is, nigga? This called the Cutoff Podcast.
Now it's the podcast.
You see, Fred cut me off too. See, this is the war zone.
Anyway,
I said you gotta get jumped in. You get cut off on this joint.
Anyway, I understand.
Now.
Well, I guess
like I said with Tim, he get cut off all the time, man.
It is what it is. You did what you did.
Like I was saying, like I understand that part about the legislation and everything, and then that point is accurate. But it's like at some point something has to change.
What though?
We have to stop.
So you saying we should rush the Capitol?
Who us? Yes,
Nigga,
I'll be there.
it's no rushing to the Capitol for us.
I
We
will-
don't have that privilege.
I
We
will
don't have the
be-
privilege to make that change.
No,
No, it
we-
really is
We
the
no.
get
people.
to the gate, we
The
shot.
people in charge.
Can I ask
The
y'all a question?
people in charge has to make
can I-
the change.
can I
It
ask
ain't
y'all-
on us.
Can I ask y'all a question? We take a shot and go to a break.
No, nigga, no.
No, I can't ask you a question. All right. Well, Fred, can I ask you a question?
You already asked me.
Go ahead.
Can I ask 3 questions? I forgot. Yeah, I
Man, you
appreciate.
done asked 4 now. nigga.
Now, I appreciate. Look, I appreciate. I be wrong a lot, like I be telling people.
Mm.
So, if that's the case, are we organized enough to do something like this?
Yeah, we're organized enough. But we also
We are.
I believe so, yeah.
Or we've had times when we were organized. The Black Panthers were very organized.
And you saw how that ended.
That's the point. It's not on us. That's
No.
like telling the person
No, it's
that
not.
has been raped,
They.
what were you wearing?
Yo, relax.
No, it's on the people committing the crime.
No, they got
It is.
they got killed from the inside out. They weren't organized.
How did they get? Who was inside that killed them?
What you
The
mean?
FBI.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
No.
It wasn't them. It was an outsider that they let in.
No.
John, I see
Yes,
where you
it
was going, like,
was.
I couldn't let you get there. I couldn't let you get there.
I
It
might have
was the
said.
FBI.
couldn't let you get
COINTELPRO
there.
was a huge thing. You
Did you-
could Google that.
did
You
you-
like
did-
spook that set by the door, don't you?
Did you hear what he said?
What?
I couldn't let you get there, John. No, he left and already they were disorganized from that. They were not organized. It's not if I come and tell you, say, yo, sign this, and this is what you gonna do, and you break it, that's bad on my organization. When the last time you do right about Amazon?
I didn't do right.
Yeah.
You trying to be fired?
No. See.
I can tell you a bunch of times.
Look at the thought process. He's never gonna say it because he's organized. They're no organization. But
Yes,
anyway, we'll take it.
No, I just don't think we have the privilege. I don't think you ignoring the fact that we don't have that privilege to do that because KKK is all up and through it. But how many FBI members they got in it trying to break it up and not trying to further it?
What's the
We
definition?
don't have the privilege.
What's the definition of privilege, Chase?
Something I
If
don't
we
have.
set up,
What's the definition of privilege, Chase?
it's a leg up. It's like an advantage.
You sure?
Yeah.
So if you said what advantage do we don't have as black people in America?
To organize that way.
What do
What do you mean?
We don't have a lot of
Yeah, John, just the way we look alone puts us behind.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we don't have that advantage
You about
of
to go
we
down a rabbit
already.
hole.
Yeah,
That's the craziest thing about it. Like you, you can automatically
Damn,
look at us
John,
and
you were
say,
doing so well, John.
they're
You were
black.
doing so well.
we don't have that advantage.
Darnell not here.
A
You
special
can't use
right, advantage, or immunity granted
Advantage.
or available only to a particular person or group. We don't have that. We don't have it. And if we do try, they'll stop it. And that's my point.
We're gonna take a shot at this.
Black Wall Street was blew up, bombed. We don't have that privilege. Durham's Black Wall Street. Oh, y'all don't need that. 147 right through it. We don't have that privilege, yo.
I understand.
You think just because Martin Luther King was alpha,
No.
you think you could you
I t-
qualified to speak?
One of my biggest flaws is that I stopped listening to Malcolm X because I don't believe in that concept. Because his famous quote is, "One day you gonna stop. One day you gotta accept people for who they are. Because one day you didn't know what they knew." No,
Talking about
Malcolm.
Malcolm?
Yeah. One day, Malcolm. What age should I accept that they know that you got to piss in the toilet? A baby didn't know to piss in the toilet, but if you 37 don't know to piss in the toilet, like how should I respect you? So that's not the case. All I'm saying is,
You don't need toilets, man. That was a creation.
here you go.
You don't. You can pee outside.
All I'm saying is, I understand what y'all saying, but I also feel like
What you feel, baby?
that at some point
Yeah.
when you think about it,
None of us are thinking right now. But go ahead.
no, y'all are thinking.
All right.
They're not thinking on the scale I'm thinking on, and that's my fault.
All right, Jesus. Go
Nah.
ahead. Keep going.
Happy
It is
Easter.
Resurrection Sunday, ain't it?
Happy Easter. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's getting dark. Anyway, let me get to my point
You
out
ain't a man of the people.
because
That's the problem.
if I keep talking, I'll let Chase win. Anyway, anyway, what I'm saying is like when you have these sessions, have these conversations, it's like I'm not saying that we're not at a disadvantage. What I'm saying is that at some point, when do you change that? Because if you look at it, next, I think it's 2022. White people are the minority.
Yeah, at this rate that we're going.
No, it's not even at this rate. Like the rate changed.
In
Huh?
what?
And
Like
everything.
population?
And population, all this, everything.
Wait, in 20 what?
22, I think it is. Don't quote me. I'll look it up. I have it at.
I know
the
it's trending. It's trending
That's
into
next
white people.
year.
I don't know what year.
They're already 67%. Or maybe I missed something, but
6% is a lot.
there's 67% here in the
America.
United States. Are you like
No, like worldwide. I don't because if you want to talk about, I swear to God, I had an epiphany when I heard about America, and I belittled myself and I didn't even know it. But yeah, I'm talking about worldwide.
worldwide? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They will be the minority. So then, if that's the case in 2022, what will be the reason? How long are we going to say that we didn't
We're-
understand?
That's
I
the
mean, the privilege
reason.
is still
We're
there,
here.
John. Like-
We're here in their land, like the land that they stole and made us do a lot. Like we're here, and this is the only. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
No,
wish
I'm
a white dude would go to Iran and try to run
this
it.
is the only land
Blow their
where
ass up.
this is the only land where everyone comes here and they feel some kind of freedom of some sort. So
So all right. How about this? Can we take a shot to agreeing that in order we need to black people need to be successful in America to be successful in the world?
I wouldn't shot to that. I think it's more so. Let me get my words. I'm trying to say the right thing correctly before we take this shot. I mean, it boils down to privilege and power. Like that's something that we just don't have. So even though the world's changing demographically, we're also the only country that puts a huge emphasis on race and color. Like when you go to other places, a lot of people will just see you as like, oh, you're American.
yeah,
And in my mind, I'm going, I don't even know what that is, to be completely honest. So I haven't been treated as such. But thanks. Like we don't put a huge emphasis on. We have a huge emphasis on race in our country. So yes, John, you are right. I think at the point you're making earlier, like you probably have belittled yourself. Think about America because it is a huge population of white people. We're just disadvantaged, disproportionate, and unfortunately, the rest of the world still sees us as like this
dirty.
powerful country, even though we all internally know we're not that strong.
Right, and you don't learn that till you get out of the country. The motherfuckers go, "You America."
Number one, don't tell me I belittle myself in anything in life.
I wasn't American until I left the
John,
country.
you said it. Listen to the tape. It's
I said
fine.
my thought.
Listen to the tape. Listen to the tape.
my
Nah,
thought
your
process.
words. Go back listen to the tape.
That's hello.
Now he don't want to be Adrian.
Okay,
You don't
well,
wanna be
shout out
little.
to our sponsors. We appreciate y'all for supporting us, and salute.
Yeah, we need a break. God damn.
2, 1, we back.
Boogaloo, we back for break, and this break was long as shit. For all the fucking listeners, all the listenership, this break was long. So if you hear it in our voices, we've been talking about nothing. It's John's fault. Tim is irritated. Fred changed positions like
And we just talked about how narratives
he
get
changed
created.
positions.
How narratives get
Get
created.
my joke out.
Yeah,
I'm not
how
gonna say
narratives
it.
get created.
I'm not gonna say it. Freddie is in a different location now. John's still on his phone. I just want to let everybody know why we are irritated now. I just wanted to put that out there. If any of these questions and answers from Chase sound like he's irrational or he's upset, this is why.
Yo, don't save me. Let them die. No, let them drown. If niggas can't swim. Them niggas can't swim. Let them drown.
Now he talking about swimming
Salute. The shout is to
when
salute.
he created the fucking pool that we drowned in.
Can I ask y'all a question?
That's it right there. One.
I swear to God, I hate Chase.
Stop doing that then.
Can I ask y'all a couple of questions, and I'll let you know when I'm done? Who y'all got? Earth, Wind, and Fire, Ozzy Brothers.
SOS band.
SOS band, nigga. You know who that is?
Nope.
SOS, man. That's tough.
Expand that. I don't know who that is.
Oh, my
John.
God. These two greats. That's a tough one.
It's not a battle. This is a cookout cleanup session.
For
I
real.
really don't know who to choose.
I
I
don't
talk
have
myself
This
out
might-
of each person.
I said it.
just-
I told myself last night. I was riding my Uber, and I was
out
like,
of songs, I guess.
they ain't gonna run out.
they can't run
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
This shit is really gonna be like. This might be the first tie
You
versus.
remember
It might be.
Well, and if it's live, like if they have instrumentation set up,
Oh
it's
my
a wrap.
God,
Oh
Tim.
my god! And you know they're gonna have that. Hey, y'all.
You they
That's
can't
what
put
I'm
these
saying.
old niggas on Instagram
Bro,
Live.
the first song gonna last 14 minutes.
Yeah. They not going to ignore that cutoff.
I don't even know why DJ D Nice is DJing. Like they literally just come right on.
Yeah,
Because the intro alone to the song gonna be 15 minutes.
But not even that. Like if that's your DJ, if he DJing, how you telling? If Rhino Oz tell you, yo, shut the fuck up.
Oh no, he's gonna shut up.
How do you combat that? How do you can't combat that?
I would shut up if he told me and don't know me.
Exactly.
I'm shutting up.
But,
This nigga,
How you
he do?
So you got you. I don't. We not. So my mom's favorite artist is Rhino Oz.
Not the Ozzy brothers, but Ronald Ozzy.
All of them.
specific.
It's the Ozzy brothers, Ronald Ozzy, and it's the Ozzy brothers, Michael Jackson, and Ronald Ozzy.
I don't know no other Ozzy brothers.
It don't matter.
I don't know their
well,
names.
she grown. She's 7,
personally.
so she know them.
Yeah, but Tim just picked the boogie out his nose and looked at it.
So what I'm saying is, you did
Now
that.
you had to look at it,
You
though.
did
Who-
remember. What I'm saying is like between the sheets. What's trumpet between the sheets?
Nothing. We're not asking for Earth, Wind, and Fire to trump between the sheets. We're just asking you drop another banger that make us go, shit, yeah, ain't no point in judging that. There's no point.
that's like September.
Yeah, you drop
Classic.
September right after Between the Sheets.
All right.
I'm not choosing. I tell you that much. I'm just
It's
for
not a-
enjoy it.
It's not a battle. It's definitely just a celebration. Because
Hey,
think
John,
about
They
it,
what's
got,
up?
two.
they got to change the name.
John, we get on live and we do our dance contest to the
No live, nigga. I want that smoke in person. She can't avoid me, nigga. I want all that smoke.
All right, I was just.
I
trying
want
to
all
think
that
of
smoke.
funny to it. Now
And
Y'all niggas is sick.
I'll
Y'all
do this
sick.
shit to the song you want to pick. What's up? Do you remember?
Boom, boom,
What you want? See, look,
this
he ain't got
nigga
no
just
moves. He ain't got
did
no
the-
moves.
He did the
He got no
wheelchair.
moves. He got no moves. Like I
You
said,
don't want to see Fred in the
I want
wheelchair.
all the smoke.
What's it?
All the smoke.
You changing the argument.
All right, now I'm changing.
They should change the word versus. It shouldn't be titled versus anymore.
But this,
for shit like this.
But once again, this is the plight we were talking about when they first happened to sell. Like this is part of that sell. Like they're going to change their verses. My point is, when is it going to be a versus between Britney Spears and fucking who the fuck is
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, like that's
Or
they're going to change after that.
Yeah.
It's only verses against us. Everybody else is going to be like,
Well, black people created it.
It's a cultural context, John. Like it's a thing
Yeah.
of like.
but he sold
Even
out
now,
the
we know-
he sold out the culture though.
He definitely did.
Not necessarily. I don't know. I don't think everything has to be a sellout. Like to me, this is more so like exposing people what we do on a regular. Like this is what we do for fun. Like I think for us.
What do you mean? Is he don't own it? No, like he don't exclusive. Like they don't exclusively own
Timberland
it.
and Swiss Beats can no longer say they own it.
Well, if you look at it that way, then they've been doing it on Instagram and Apple TV, Apple Music.
That been,
Yeah,
that been
it ain't been.
that's been their thing. Because once again, people forget that the whole title movement was that artists own. That's like they was trying to say, don't put your music on Spotify. Artists own that. So when you look up verse playlist, it instantly,
Title.
on title. Whenever the shit is done, got 2 minutes on title.
Yep.
We already talked about the equity and
Yeah.
the bag and all that. We don't gotta get back into that.
No, I'm not saying we're getting back into it. What I'm saying is that like I understand this and Patty might be the only celebration. Everything else has literally been a versus.
I think Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammonds was a celebration.
Yeah, they was
And
and Jill
healing
Scott. Jill Scott and Erica Badu became. It was not a versus.
Take
yo.
yourself out of Philly.
It wasn't a verse.
Take yourself out of
It
Philly.
wasn't, John.
It ain't got nothing to do with me being from Philly.
women's empowerment.
I would have chose Erica Badu, but the way they went about it was not verses.
I heard women saying that this is going to be a wash. Like if you Google that statement, and they be like, "Yo, this shit a wash."
That's beforehand. I'm talking about the actual. Like them doing it.
My point is exactly, Chase.
Them doing it wasn't a versus. That's my point.
My point is saying this is the first battle that we're saying this is going to be even before we hear the music.
Oh, you say even?
Yes, this is
you
the
ain't
only
say that.
battle.
You ain't say that.
Yeah,
You didn't say even,
say
nigga.
that first, John.
You didn't say even.
I said tie.
You said before we got to this part of the conversation, the very first thing you probably said maybe roughly now 10 minutes ago, like this is probably the first one we'll see ending a tie, and then it's getting away from it being a versus. And we were all like, and then you said it was a sellout. Now the conversation has shifted so much, the context is not the same anymore.
The context ain't the same.
The context of but I said this to him, but first verse is gonna be a tie. There's no other verse that we can say this is gonna be a tie.
Going into it?
Yeah.
I'll say either ones that have been presented to us. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, none that I thought was gonna be a tie. You're right.
But I still.
Yeah. You're right about that.
I still go back on my statement that it's not a sellout. I mean, I think it's great that they're getting a bunch of people spawn. I mean, I think it's cool that it's on Peloton now. That's huge.
No,
yeah, that's a fucking humongous.
The sellout. I'm not saying sellout for saying that. What I'm saying sellout is that at some point we're gonna stop looking at this versus.
Oh, okay. It's gonna get to the point where it's too mainstream. It's not like homegrown and
it's not like saying like, oh no, these are verses. It's
not until they change the name.
They are, and then it's going to be on Twitter. It's going to be on Facebook. Oh, this is an overglorified versus. When that happens,
I think that the verses, in order for us to stop thinking about verses, is they have to call it something else. As long as it's called verses, we are going to pit 1-1 against each other. And if we can't choose, then we can't choose. But they're still going to put them against each other.
But that was the beauty. That's the beauty of it when it first started. Like you can literally say like, "Yo, he's a better." Like literally, it was for pride. It's like I'm a better artist than you. I'm a better producer than you.
Yeah, and it spawned from that. Yes, but it's not going to be able to completely change from that until they change the name. And if they're not changing the name,
I still think you'll have those. I think you'll still have those moments, John. Like you still have had like those certain battles is like, oh, this about to be a good like back and forth. I think what I've seen in all of them, maybe with the exception of like one, it's a battle, but it's also like a celebration of your competitor. Like, you got some great stuff. Like the only one we saw, at least from my perspective, and I could be wrong, where it was like, I don't know, was like Jeezy and Gucci. Like for a minute, niggas was like, this might turn into a shootout.
Yeah, and the arguments changed. The arguments changed. It turned into who got more street cred.
But that's the only one.
Yeah.
But that's nothing 100% in life.
It's called versus. So it's like they start versus.
Yo, he turned to a bad bitty, ain't he?
Yeah, look, he took that mic right off his stomach just so he could sit on his hip.
So my question is, how much is music influencing your life?
Influencing?
Yeah, it has to. Cause you don't think you don't think you do things in music that influence your life?
Bring your mic closer.
My bad.
Mic on his stomach.
Put it on your stomach, yo. Pause.
No, it's on his side of his thigh.
That's a super pause.
You chose to do it, Fred.
He did do it
Not
too.
on my stomach, bro.
All I know is
thigh,
when it's on your stomach, we can hear better. That's all I know.
It wasn't on my stomach.
I'm
I'm confused. I don't even know what I was about to say, bro.
Good.
You talk about the influence of music, Fred.
Yeah.
A hell of a lot.
It influenced my life. That's just.
I think influence is the wrong word.
What's a better word?
I don't know. I just don't think influence is.
I to me, based on that question, like, what is the current music impact on your life? Like this current stream of music that we have, what impact does it have on you? I think influence is different because I'll be honest, I haven't listened to a whole lot of rap in the last month. And it's been amazing. Like I've been playing nothing but like old school R&B.
I think influence is impact too, though. Like influence and impact.
No, that's not true though.
Influence deals with impact.
It doesn't.
I think they transcend one another, Chase.
Drake has a bigger impact. Drake has a bigger impact than Kendrick Lamar.
But he'll influence more.
Yeah, but
But influence is an impact, though. All I'm saying is it deals with it. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm trying to tell you it doesn't, because you have a more influence than Kendrick Lamar than with Drake.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that Kendrick Lamar's influence impacts me.
No, it's okay.
They definitely do. That shit does.
Okay. So okay. How about this? If we make it on the mainstream level, how has music and religion gone to your mainstream? And do you think it lost its true meaning?
So you mean like has it gone to mainstream?
No, I don't mean that. If that's where we want to take it, I'm saying how.
I mean, because that's the question: has music and religion gone to mainstream and lost the true meaning in practice / entertainment?
That wasn't my question.
So you like I said before, you like to change the questions.
Yeah.
This nigga.
And
don't
I
give a
asked
fuck
earlier.
about-
I
he
asked
don't give a
earlier.
fuck
Did y'all
about
like the
pre-production.
questions? Ain't nobody say nothing.
I
Look,
gave it a thumbs up.
I tell you, I tell you, I ain't gonna change it.
No, I like the question, but I'm trying to watch his
He don't
angle.
like it. That's why he tried to change it.
I love the question. That's a great question.
To ask it,
I
then
think-
don't change it.
No, I have to because you're not answering any questions that's been asked.
This
Point for me.
that is
Fuck
not a
yeah.
No,
point.
John, because
That's
all
not
of
a
us are
point.
like, we were confused. Like,
I came up with the pick in it. All right,
so
say less.
Everybody
All right,
said
it's cool.
everybody had the same face. This ain't the fucking
Chase, I got you. Chase, I got you right here. All right, ask your question one more time, John. I got you.
All right,
Say it again.
ask the question over, John.
No, let them say.
No, matter of fact, let John re-ask the question. Go ahead.
No, let them ask it.
Nah, because you don't know
No,
the fucking
no.
question you asked. That's the fucking point I'm trying to prove. You had no attachment to the question you had.
What?
Ask the question again.
Ask your question, John.
Look at he trying to squirm, ain't he? Look.
No, this shit.
You really trying to figure out what's my question? What's my
No,
question?
they got this shit done.
Oh, now he blaming
No.
me.
He blamed it on the AirPod.
I can't hear through this thing. I don't know what y'all saying. Chase is saying it to my face and not through the AirPod. But I don't know what y'all saying. This is my point. This is my point.
What's your point, Chase?
You fucking changed the question. The question you don't even fucking remember because you don't fucking care enough. You just look how he's sitting there now. Look, I'm so happy this is happening to him. Look at him.
He got the
You're a fucking this is a real confuddle now. You love using that word. This is a real confuddle.
How?
You only like using confuddle
Because John, you don't
at the
remember
expense
the
of somebody else.
And
They
you
confuddled you.
said
You confuddled
that
yourself
Chase
now.
hasn't answered
much.
anything.
he twisted the question so much he don't remember.
You don't know what he asked.
And then trying to put it on Chase. Well, Chase ain't answer questions the whole podcast. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, like this is why I said at the beginning. You let Tim ask the question. I ask the question. These two questions.
John versus
Yeah, I
one
know it's
part
two
two, huh?
questions.
That's what this is.
man.
John versus
It's
one
not
part
against
two.
you, John, but typically you can recover and be like, this is my question.
Now
And
it's
you
versus
ask
the. Look at this fucking victim. It's John versus the world now, huh? This how it is. The world is coming down on
That's
me.
not what he really meant, y'all. He don't mean that in that way.
I
it.
gotta deal with
What's
you
the
act
answer
like
to the
this.
question, John?
Fred got the mic on his stomach and
Not
changed
on my
fucking position.
stomach. I wouldn't be able to laugh.
Yes, you would be. You can just hold it. That's what you're doing now.
Would've
We
fell
can't,
Oh,
already.
he holding it there.
we can't see none of your arms. You're holding the mic while you laughing.
I'm not holding nothing, bro.
Oh, he
What
got
other
one
arm?
arm
What the other arm at?
It's holding the computer. That's all.
with the mic.
No,
So the computer and the mic. That's why he mad at
Hey,
you.
Fred, man, we just joking, man.
no, dog.
Look at it. Look. No, I'm not letting you get this off. No.
Fuck you, dog. I do this shit.
No, because we still getting off the
Bullshit.
fact that John don't
Bullshit.
know the question.
Anyway, go ahead, Tim.
The question that was written that we all can look at for a reference point.
I can't read, and neither can Fred.
I
so
told
we-
you he only wants to listen. He doesn't want to read. If you write down what you
No, I
say,
want to understand.
Has-
I want to listen. I
it
want to
says,
understand.
Has music and religion gone too mainstream and lost its true meaning in practice and or entertainment?
I believe so. I believe so. Music used to have even though it was an escape for most people, it still had truth to it. It still had an end goal. In the music, not necessarily like outside of the music, but in the music, there was still an end goal. Nowadays, people just saying anything that's popular to get a dollar. Back then, it was more about the art, not necessarily about the dollar. And as far as religion, I definitely think so. Again, it was we had a actual message to be sent, trying to change people's lives, like for the better. And nowadays it's just it's so selfish. I think music is selfish too as well.
You think music is selfish?
It's
Yeah,
no
music
absolutes,
is selfish.
but it's definitely some selfish music out here, and I think that's what Freddie is speaking to. Maybe
Yeah.
not in absolute
not
value. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
always
like
an
not
exception.
I
every
can't
single
answer the question. I'm
person,
sorry.
but
Chase is
not
cutting me
every
off on the
single
corner.
person is selfish in
Sheesh.
their music, but there's a lot of selfishness
This
that's
nigga's a
out here.
victim.
Stop
When
saying
it comes
that,
to
Chase.
music,
No, I'm victim blaming.
Stop saying that, Chase.
and you
You're
can
being a victim.
I'm not being a victim. Stop saying that, bro.
You did just be a victim.
Stop saying that. I'm not
You
being a
did.
victim. I'm telling
Now I can't answer a question. Chase cutting me off. Get the fuck out of here. That might not be the victim you thinking about, but nigga, you just became a victim.
Chase, stop. Stop.
Listen to this. You know who else say stop? Victims. That's my fucking point. You becoming a victim. You need to get out of that fucking
Thank y'all for
shit.
listening to Brother from Another. It's been a
yeah,
great
dog.
podcast. We're gonna go ahead and end right here.
Got
We'll come
to.
back
We
next
have
week.
to. And I'm serious. I'm about to,
Y'all come
y'all
back
stay
next
cool while
week.
y'all stay cool. Yo, you wild, kid. No way that can get airplay.
Yes, it can get airplay. It was a joke.
Somebody
You
else
remember the
wanna
question
answer
you asked?
No, I don't. I already admitted that, but you can't say.
You did not admit to it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're live on a Brother from the podcast. What's
He
up?
just answers the phone during the podcast. See, this is a
Yo,
reoccurring theme for
what
Bull.
the- All right.
Damn, dog.
I told y'all. I said he gonna answer the phone call in the middle of the podcast. I said it.
Dang, she must have that wet.
God damn, this nigga Freddie crazy.
I'm glad she's not on speaker.
Oh.
Yo,
I'm gonna call you when the podcast over.
She shaved her butt and she ain't gonna ask you that.
But hey, y'all, that's brick talk.
I'm about to
That's brick.
say,
That's
why you asking if she shaved her butt?
For
What
those
kind
that
of
don't
time
understand, who is y'all?
John, she can't hear us, so why are you repeating stuff?
Yeah, yo, he wild, bro.
Oh, he a snitch.
Yo, he a snitch, dog.
No, she listened to the podcast allegedly, so I don't know.
See, he got out of it, but alleged it. He alleged
y'all.
it.
Y'all niggas, y'all okay today?
No, nigga.
No, nigga, okay.
I gave the precursor before the second half started. I put it out there.
It's a hard disclaimer.
Exactly. I put the disclaimer out there before we started. So, what's your surprise?
My surprise? I'm just confused on why y'all keep going on.
John, you still drunk?
Still,
I thought we were talking about music, and my only question was, when we talk about that, when we look at religion and we look at life or the industry, how the fuck does Boosie keep getting kicked off of Instagram?
It took all of this for you to ask us a question
Yes.
about Lil Boosie.
I love it, John. I think it's funny that Flavor Flav responded to him. I think that's
Nigga.
He talking about I look like Flavor Flav. I look like Lil Boosie.
All I'm saying is that was weird for him to have a music. That
He slapped somebody too, though.
He paid them. They was an actor at that point.
Yeah, you ain't see the lie. He said on live before he slapped it. He said, I passed somebody.
I didn't
get slapped.
I didn't kick him off of Instagram, so I don't need to see that. The fact that Zuckerberg said, you know what, you can't be on my platform.
You think Zuckerberg himself said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it right.
Yeah.
He got that much power. That's tough.
Oh, what you mean?
Well, over Instagram and Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
But I just didn't know that he personally. I thought somebody else probably.
No,
made
that was their angle. I got you. That was their angle saying that he can't be on.
Oh, Boosie.
Yeah, Boosie couldn't be on there because that's like his. Remember, he got
How many
kicked
times
off.
he got kicked off? He got kicked off before.
And that's what Boosie is racist at this point because all I'm doing is living my life. And I don't be on Instagram a lot. I'm not a good Instagrammer.
He talk about other people a lot too, though.
Not even that, but I'm pretty sure it's worse content than that.
Of course.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Put your pussy on live, get $1,000.
Get $1,000. That's my shit, though. Yeah. I was on this next live after that. Yeah, put it on.
We got Cash Dog right behind him.
So what point is too much exposure? Like what's the cutoff for
when it's unhealthy for you as the person creating it and the consumer.
What about your consumer? Like, what is unhealthy for your consumer? That don't matter.
I mean, no, I mean it does matter. Like
My example is like, well, not mine. It might be people. I'm coming from a bias point, like Lil Nas X, and he had the blood sneakers. I understand why he did it, but to say that they're satanic sneakers, and he's saying
Blood
that, oh,
sneakers?
you
Wait,
didn't see it?
No, are you saying like the
Not the gang.
gang? Yeah, I was about to say the way it came off.
Like, it's
I was like, whoa,
allegedly-
that's not blood sneakers.
Allegedly, it had blood in the soul.
Yeah.
No,
like
no,
human
not
blood.
allegedly. He said he.
no, it's
Even
a
for
fact.
what he said.
Okay,
I don't care. It's still, if it can't be proven, it's alleged.
okay, that's fine. That's true.
Like,
So-
if we ain't seen boy put blood in
That's
each and every last
So
single
Lil
one of them.
Nas X has the sneakers out, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, because they're satanic sneakers, because that's what he believe in." His reason for
You
that,
think he believe in the devil?
he believe, but it's not believe. I don't think he believes in that, but he believes in anti-religion. Because most religions say that being gay is against their religion. So he's saying that.
Man, why he killed the devil in this video?
Hmm?
He killed the devil in this video.
I mean, most people don't watch the video. We're just talking about.
I mean, I'm just saying what you said. He said. I don't know.
Not.
His fans watched
What
it.
is wrong? Why does Chase keep cutting me off and then assuming I said something I didn't say?
No, I didn't say you said it.
You said something.
You said he said it.
No, I didn't.
You did. You did. You said he said something. You did say that.
I said he said what, Chase?
That he.
Don't worry, we'll wait.
Continue, John.
I'll continue,
We're
John.
gonna have
Like
that to the playback, though. I'm just not gonna sit here and do this with you because you trying to get me back, quote unquote, for that debacle you had earlier. But you just said that Lil Nas X said he's anti religion, and when did he say he was anti religion? Did you not say he said that?
I did, but what I'm
So what are you talking about? Now you mad. Now you mad. You
No,
see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Now, victim. Fuck out of here, this nigga, man. Anyway, continue.
It's funny because Tim knows what happened. He just want to laugh at you. What I was saying was that I say he's acting on religion.
He don't look
because
like he want to laugh. He don't look like
most
he wanna
religions,
laugh.
most religions fight people who are homosexual.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So what I'm saying is he did that for that.
He killed the devil for that,
No,
or made the sneakers.
you cut me once again. You keep cutting me off
I'm asking
before I
you.
get.
I'm
I,
asking
I didn't get to my point though. That's my
But you
point.
just said he did something for something,
Yeah.
and now you got to get to your point. So I had to listen to all of that, and you still ain't get to your point.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a good rapper. Fred is. I can't give you 8 bars. I can give you. I got you
Yeah,
16.
but you think is it the punchline or the setup?
It's
He
for
cashed
me. It's a
it,
setup. He's
drawn
It's
out.
definitely the setup, but you got to have a punchline for the
yeah,
setup.
I didn't get a chance to get him on punchline. Fred a better punchline rapper than me, but he not a better dancer. But anyway,
Gosh, bro. What's up with this dude? Answer the question. Ask your question, answer it, whatever you doing, dog. Stop.
you see how you don't want to dance with me, right? He just keeps talking
No, I
about some
don't
other
want to dance with you, freak.
Because
boy.
I'm burning you, nigga.
He would have danced against you. Oh wait, never mind. that wasn't supposed to sound like that either.
Like I said, anyway.
He would have opposed that.
So do y'all? So the question is, like, you think he did it for a reason? Or do you think that was for publicity, or you think he actually meant it?
Publicity.
All this is for publicity.
Both.
He wouldn't have did it if it wasn't going to bring him a check.
No, Nike sued him.
No, they ain't sued him.
Nike
They
sued
sued the
them.
creator. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
sued the
sued
creator of
them.
the sneakers. They ain't sued
But
him.
they ain't sue Nas X. Nas X doing all this for attention. Any attention at his stature, any attention is money. Like
I don't know if it's any though, Freddie.
this,
I think-
this is
Because somebody compared him to 6ix9ine. Like,
DJ Academics actually compared him to 6ix9ine. He said he's a gay 6ix9ine. Homosexual.
why he
6ix9ine,
got to be
so-
the gay 6ix9ine? Why gay got to be in it?
Because DJ Academics.
That might be a troll too. I don't know if he's gay. I'm gonna be honest. Just because he said it, don't necessarily mean it's true.
No.
Like I have a hard time
That's a
believing
stretch.
that he's
Yo, you
gay.
reaching.
Maybe, but everybody reaching
everybody thought
I just don't believe.
You
it.
got T-Rex arms.
I can still reach.
Say for it.
You can't.
everybody thought Thug was gay at one point too. And he
No,
but he
was.
never said he.
He
was
never
gay.
said he was. That's the difference.
He just did things that was out of
I don't
the
know.
scope of heterosexual. So people assumed, which is, you know what I'm saying? Like Lil Nas X came out and said, I'm gay. But for everything that he does for publicity, whether he means it or not, it's for publicity.
Right.
Saying I'm gay after you drop Old Town Road fits the narrative of him just doing shit for publicity. So I'm not gonna say I fully believe him being gay. Like I just won't go that far. Whether it's a reach or not, it don't really matter. Like it don't matter to Nas X whether I believe he is or not. But I'm just saying that it's if it came out that he's not gay, I wouldn't be surprised.
Say that.
I'll just say that. I'm saying it now. I'm saying that now. If it came out that he's not gay, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because
that's all I'm saying.
The other statement is different.
Yeah, that's why I'm changing it now.
Okay, as long as you know.
I still don't believe it though. But
he double downs on
because I still don't believe it. So I mean, it is what it is. But this whole video and all that, like, it's just people making a much ado about nothing. It's a whole lot of rocks thrown when people that got glass houses. Like it's just you playing his fight. Like it ain't that important to a lot of people. Like it's just what it is. Why your relationship with God? What that got to do with anything, Lil Nas? You blaming my kids watch you. You make songs for children. No, he doesn't.
So you think him and Cardi B in the same boat?
Could be.
No, do you?
I mean, it depends on the boat. What boat are we talking about?
That you should watch what your kids listen to.
I'm in that boat too. You should parent your kids.
Yeah,
it's not up for entertainers to parent their kids. No? Yeah, I said I'm in that boat too. I'm agreeing. You don't need a yes or no, John. I don't care how much you think you do. No, you don't. I agree. They could be in that boat. Yes, I'm in that boat with them. That's one of the boats I'm in with them. You parent your kids. Period. Like Old Town Road remix, me and my daughter listen to that. He talks about lean. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like
Leah?
Yeah.
She listens to a lot of weird shit though. So don't. I seen you Snapchats. I was like, why you want to
listen to it? Though. And we just that's one of the things we listen to together. I still had to understand.
You
like,
listen
I
to
still have to
radio with your daughter?
Yeah, I play in the car. We like the song. It's a good beat. It's a good rhythm. Like, what do you mean? If she asks the question, what's lean? I tell her this is bad stuff. It ain't. Yeah, it ain't good.
I'd rather teach or listen to it with my kid than let my kid listen to somebody else. And
then if they bring questions to me, then it's up to me to be a parent. It's not up to Little Nas X to be the parent of my child or to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the influence aspect of things, but at the end of the day, I'm the parent of my children.
Right.
My mom was the parent of me. She hit me to a lot of things. It's just, yes, there's some things I picked up outside of her. But she taught me discernment, which trumps everything.
Yes, sir.
So I just don't understand that aspect of it. Of people blaming Lil Nas X. It's pointless. That's what he wants. So,
because it fits.
You're not
money. Like, the more they talk about it, the more he gets money from it.
So you think discernment or your
discernment.
Discernment.
There's no T in that part. It's at the end.
Yeah, I stopped saying nothing. I go to Philly. Like I keep trying to tell
people. No, I still say nothing.
I say nothing. The word is nothing. I say nothing all my
life.
But
Tim got an answer too, though.
That's why
I done cut him off.
No, he said it.
I done cut him off 7 times. He was supposed to let him get his shit on, man.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a mix of both. I think it's more publicity than his personal views, but I think, comedians have said this, actors, writers, musicians, whatever, to all play stuff, there's some true shit, right? So, like, he might be doing it for publicity, but I think part of it is his belief system. Like, part of it, he made really true belief. Like, and so he just is able to mask it behind his fame and the trolls of the internet, whatever else. I mean, part of it too, I've seen him a lot on TikTok lately, and people making videos about his songs, and you can see his facial reactions. Like, why you coming at me like that? Like, I ain't even did nothing to you. And it's like, but you, like, your name is on this project, so like, you did, like, it offended a lot of people, or made people feel uncomfortable, or whatever else. Not that it's necessarily for him to rectify. But I think when you reach stardom like that, I mean, it's kind of like the role model piece. That's an argument that I get into all the time. Like just because you are famous and don't want to be a role model, unfortunately, that's part of the job that you just signed up for unknowingly. It's in the fine print.
So, do you think it's the fame? So, you think that's the fame or the how he was raised? Is my question. Because when you
That's
look at
definitely the
things
thing.
like, all right,
He also said that the way he grew up, like I believe that he got a lot of built up aggression towards
His
Christians,
Mhm.
like because
A lot of people.
I don't think he was treated. Yeah, a lot of people do, but you know, specifically him. I think he had said something along the lines of
Shout
how
out
he
to
was
A-Word.
treated. Huh?
you don't watch Better Rap. Shout out to A-Word.
Like he don't.
Killed that nigga.
This nigga still talking about A-Word.
That shit was a battle, dog. If you hear the verses, you like, yo, this nigga.
He
spit.
get mad at me cutting the ball, but he cuts me off with total stuff. We're not even.
It's only because I love you, brother.
All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to him. But it's like when Tim say that's how he feels that he means it. Yeah, he could, and that could stem from the stuff he's doing. Could stem from that. Like, I'm not knocking that. I'm just thinking us as people that listened to it or heard it. It's kind of like the whatever reaction you give to it. If it's like vocal and outward, you're giving him exactly what he wants. So if you disagree with it, guess what, buddy? He wants that, and he wants you to vocalize it. So it's like, what's your end goal? Because he already said, look, I've been planning this rollout for however long. I've thought of all of this. You can't, especially he's a king of this social media shit. So it's like, you're not going to beat him at that. So stop trying. Just live your life, kid. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, I never try to show, I try to be the light. I don't never try to show the light. It's just what it is. People going to have to come to it on their own time. I'm never going to force anybody my beliefs because he has his own.
So you think that it's more of a, if that's the case, so you think that the light being shown to somebody is because of them, or maybe they've been in the spotlight?
Well, I'm talking about God's light. I'm talking about what my belief system. I try to be the light. Like, I never try to force somebody my views. But his spotlight is enormous right now.
So you think God light on Joe Button or everybody else?
Say that one more time, John.
I asked him, do you think God's light is on Joe Button or everybody else because that's his man's?
Sheesh.
Yeah,
That's a double-edged sword right there.
No, it's not.
It's like
No,
it's like
it's
hard
not.
to answer. Like, you got
It
like
is, 'cause,
segues.
like,
Segues. Sometimes you could just introduce a topic. Like, you don't got to segue that way.
And that's a segue. I just asked a question. We
That-
never.
But yeah, but
That's a
like John, like
segue.
I feel like, and granted, I don't know much about it, but
Damn
I would
if
feel like
you
an
do, damn if
asshole.
you do.
Yeah, I'd feel like an asshole. I'd be like, "No, God ain't shining on that." But my
Yeah,
thing is,
like,
he's
or
also
yeah, he
created-
is.
He's created just like me in the image of
But
God,
the
right?
different-
So
but
I think
the
it's shining. It's just maybe the way that the
But
light's
the
hitting.
difference,
I don't
the
like
different, the difference is that Chase listens to his music. So Joe Budden has already said that. Yo, God already, I done got all my blessings from God already. Had a gun clicked to my head, and I don't know. Like, I'm here for this reason. So Chase knows. That's Chase. Joe Budden expressed when he thought God was on his light. So now I'm asking Chase.
But
That's
in
his,
concept, in context of what we're talking about,
yeah.
to segue to Joe Budden that way is wild. Because not everybody know what I know. Not everybody listens to his music. So it's not like
That's why I asked you instead of asking Fred or Tim.
I talk. I don't. There's people that listen to this.
Yeah.
You saw Tim and Fred.
And you can explain. Do you think and why not? I'm not.
No.
I'm not saying.
Don't put it on me to explain.
I'm not saying. Yo, you think
Put
you
it
got
on
his camera?
yourself.
I'm gonna mute you. Do you think he? Yes or no?
Don't mute me, dog.
No, mute me,
Don't
dog.
mute me, dog.
Yes or no?
Is God shining his light on Joe Budden?
Yes. Because Charlamagne already said it.
I don't think God is shining his light on Joe Budden more than anybody else. I think God does what God does. We all got light. Are we gonna step into that light? That's another question.
So you think Joe Budden's not stepping into his light, or he's stepping into his light?
I think he is. I think he's stepping into it. I don't think that God is personally giving him more light than anybody else. I just don't think God works like that. But
What y'all think? Because y'all know what's going on.
I mean, in the context of the question, obviously Joe Budden's got some things that's not maybe not showing the light like how it's supposed to be shown. But maybe he's halfway in the light, halfway out. Could be in that situation. He could also be in the light, but he has a different he has a lens with him as well. So he's in the light, but he's showing a different kind of light to somebody else. So yeah.
It's just hard. It's hard to comment on.
I don't think it is. Tell me what you think before I say my piece.
I mean, my answer would, still be the same. Like, I would feel bad if I say he's not stepping into it. I also don't have like the same context that Chase has. I would say from the little bit that I know about Joe Budden and kind of seeing with this podcast, and no, I think he has moments where he lets his light shine, that God is shining on him. Because there's some points I'm like, that's really good. Or like when he was creating the Joe Budden podcast, movement, kind of before Charlamagne was able to jump that ship sooner. I thought that was really cool because he's giving a space for Black creators to, really make some cool content, to put his like stamp of approval on it, to build their audience and clout. So I think those are really good things. I think there are moments though where he, from what I've observed, and I could be wrong in saying this, if I am, I take full ownership in that. I think that sometimes he just trolls too far. And like, to me, is you don't have to agree with somebody is doing or whether they're doing it, but like to completely like shut them down or dismiss a person, and you understand your level of like fame that you have. I mean, that's very influential. You got to be careful with stuff like that because your power of influence or circle of influence, can stretch pretty far.
So do you think this is trolling what the podcast is doing?
That's moments. Yeah, not all of it.
Okay, so for me, I think he is stepping to his light, and I think that he was in a situation and he finally started listening. Because for a fact that somebody say, "Yo, are we friends?" That is a different scenario in any topic. Between that and then the other podcasts he has going on, and then
He's building a network.
He's building a network, but the people that he has come on his podcast now will never be there in a second.
No, be there when?
If Roy and Maul was there, they won't be there.
I disagree. Steve Stout has been on there with Roy and Maul on there just through the phone. And he always said, "Yo, I'm coming to the podcast."
Yo, what Steve Stout look like before you saw it? What Steve Stout look like?
He's a black guy. That's all I know. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. But I
don't get what that means.
I'm about to tell you, he is a black guy because he is known for being a black guy successful in the music industry. He has never been known as like, if you walk down the street, oh, that's Steve Stout. You would never say that.
I wouldn't, but people would. It's happened.
What people?
That know the music industry.
You don't know the music industry?
Nah.
Chelsea know music industry?
Huh?
Your sister know music industry?
My niece, yeah. She probably would recognize Steve Stout.
No.
Like that, but that's that I think you posing a different argument. I mean,
no, I'm saying I think it's real. I think what's going on is real.
And, yeah, it's definitely real.
And if it's not real, I would be disheartened about Joe Budden for doing this shit. Because he said
doing what?
The nigga made a post saying he gonna go to therapy with somebody.
He's went to therapy with people.
If y'all ever post that y'all,
I don't think that's fake.
If y'all ever post that y'all go to therapy one of each other, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? We could talk about this behind the scenes.
No, not if you believe in
you
therapy.
You gonna go to therapy, John?
No.
But you can't project though, because he believes in therapy. You can't say, listen,
we are friends.
See, look,
we can talk about it.
But Joe Budden
I'm not paying somebody to talk about our pain.
That's your belief.
I'm paying for it.
That's John's.
My time. What you tell me? Tithes and offering is not all about money. It's about time.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if I'm paying it, I'm just actually be there for support. You ain't gotta say nothing, just for support.
No. So,
be there as a friend.
Oh, if I'm accompanying you, sure. But if your therapy is with me, like if we're going to a therapist about our problems, no, I'm not gonna be there. Sorry, guys. Sorry, listenership.
But that's you though.
You wouldn't go either.
Would I go to? First of all, don't tell me what I would.
Would you go?
Yes. If it helps my friend.
You would go.
Yes.
You would go to therapy with me.
If you wanted me to, yeah.
No.
See,
let me tell you something about Chase.
Point, though.
Let me tell you something. This is how I know he would. He went with me to take my shahada, bro.
Listen.
See what?
He went with me to take my shahada. Like
that's different.
It's not. Whoa! What?
You call therapy and religion the same?
No, I just at that time I confessed that Jesus was like not the savior, everything.
You didn't
So
answer
if
my
he was
question.
able to do that,
Yes or no?
if he was, no, it's not a yes or no question.
So religion is
if he
big.
was able
So
to
you're
do
saying
that-
you're saying religion is bigger than therapy.
Religion trumps therapy.
in my
Religion trumps therapy, and he's going straight to religion.
I got you.
So what you think therapy is?
So my point is that
To me.
why can't Tim just pray with me instead of going to?
Because he wants to go to therapy.
But Tim thinks that religion.
But sometimes
trumps
somebody
therapy.
else.
But God might go, hey, go to therapy. You don't know. You
There's
can't
times
speak
where-
for nobody else.
You're right.
I'm not speaking
You're right.
for you.
You're right. You're
There's
right.
times
You're right.
where like
You're right.
Tim, or let's say take that same example, you and Tim going, and he like, wait, man, I think it's something more to this that we're not seeing. Let's go somebody professional that they can see it.
You're right. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. I saw the angle. You're right.
What's the
I saw the angle. I saw
The angle? Oh, all right. That's the angle.
No, it's the angle. I saw the angle. You're right. If you look at it through that scope, you're right.
But even you just put you projected how Joe Button said he would go to therapy with somebody. Joe Button believes in therapy. Like
He's a therapy king.
it helped his life along the way. So yes,
it's-
but this is what he said. Okay, so nigga, you
Well,
can't
John, here's the
keep
thing,
doing
right?
that.
We can't. Like, I know we get how you feel about therapy. So, like, I know me asking you is a shot in the dark. And
That's
then
not.
some.
That's stop. Can we stop? That's not true.
I'm not saying in
Stop.
a bad way, John. What I'm saying is like I understand that you don't believe in that avenue of fixing a problem. Like for you, we could sit 1-on-1, have a conversation, probably over a drink or two, and get probably to the root of the problem.
Why you gotta make me alcoholic?
I didn't say alcohol. I said a drink or two.
Yeah,
So
you
the
could've said
alcohol
7 or
like
8.
over
I'm
shots.
joking. I was trying to.
Now you want to joke. Now you want to joke.
Yeah, so it's not a bad
I
thing. I
can't
mean, I know
joke.
that.
You try to
I get
end
the same way
podcast
that
off
like
my jokes.
you're not the friend to come to us and tell us when you have a true bad day. Like, I've never had a moment where you've come to me and be like, "Yo, I just really had," and just let it out. Like I've never actually just seen you like decompress the entire day where it might have just been hard or whatever else. That's not a bad thing. It's just not. I've just never seen that from John Leftwich versus like a Fred and Chase. I have. So, but I know that about you. I also know like if you're not
Tim
good,
Tim know where I stand with communication and how shit go.
He's terrible.
We
at
live
it.
together.
He's terrible at it.
Who terrible?
You.
How?
So you don't talk about shit.
I don't talk about shit.
You're not DJ Academics and the shit.
No, you got me fucked up with you.
No, you don't.
You got me fucked
You
up.
don't
with
talk about nothing.
Tim know I talk about a lot of shit, and he know where I stand on when communication comes. He know
No, you want clear communication. Don't mean that you're gonna open the lines of communication. That's a that's
what's
irrelevant.
clear without open.
What?
What's clear without open?
I can be clear when I open it. I can close. My communication can be one way.
I can't have clear communication if I'm not open.
That's not true, Chase.
I can't have clear communication
Oh.
without being open.
The word was I missed. I forgot.
You said it ain't true.
My fault.
And that's the issue.
I forgot.
I don't know how you can have clear communication without it being open.
You know the difference between transparency and being honest.
Communication.
y'all let him do this. Y'all didn't see this
Nobody,
coming?
nobody. I see it. That's why I said it how I said it. I didn't let nothing happen.
If we go to the definition of communication, it's an exchange. You have to be open to exchange something. Exchange is a give and receive. If that's not open, then it's not communication.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The only thing I'll argue with that, Fred, not to go down this rabbit hole, because I really don't.
No, don't go
The only
down
thing
It's
I'll
a
argue
rabbit
with-
hole for John.
No, it's not a rabbit hole for me because this is wild. It's not a rabbit
The
hole.
only thing I would combat that with is talk about communication. People can lie and still be very clear in their lie and communication. And theoretically, by definition, it would work. I think the difference is from what Chase was saying. He said, this is what I need. I need you to be, if you're gonna be clear, it also has to be open. And so I agree with that statement. But if we're looking at the working definition and where it's been presented, yes, I could clearly lie to you in communication and it'd be spot on and you'd be okay with that. I mean, we've seen it happen, I'm sure, in many parts of life, entities of life. And so I think you can be clear without being open. Is it healthy? Is it needed? No, I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's mature, but I mean, it's an option.
We just be like John, like to
No,
talk
not
about
even that.
the scope of other people.
No, I'm not.
In our situation, dog, it ain't no communication without being clear and open. Dog. It just ain't.
But
So you ain't got to
that's
use
our
other people.
communication.
Yeah, that's who we talking about.
No, we're not. You said
Yes,
I.
we are.
I'm-
Am I a part of we?
Yes, but you are not part of everything.
We're not talking about everything.
Yes, we were. Were we not? Were we not, Tim? Yeah.
I'm not even.
No, he don't hear you. He don't hear you. He need to hear you because he's not that type of communicator. He's to hear you.
Where were we talking about everything, John?
When we talk about communication in general with everybody,
I never said anything about your communication in
Jesus.
general with everybody.
And-
I never said that.
it's why do so? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Before
You
you
just asked me 3, but you
can I ask you 7 questions? Jesus Christ, let me count
You
these
better
questions.
get to 7.
I'm about to
Yeah,
count these
better get to
questions.
7.
Can I get a pen?
Say no, go ahead, dog. Just
Fred,
ask
you
me the
good, bro?
question.
Do you
Yeah,
not?
solid.
So why don't you listen to DJ Academics? Because he says things.
Stop
like,
bringing up academics right
he
now.
says things like this all
Stop
the time.
bringing up Bull right now. We're not talking about him.
Yes, we are.
We're talking about Joe Budden. And we didn't even fully explain what the fuck Joe Budden and his podcast is going through right now.
But DJ Academics did.
I don't care what he did.
But
I don't listen to him.
He did. It's a point that it's Joe Budden's podcast, and
You disrespectful putting an S at the end of Joe Budden's name. It's just
Joe
just
Budden
disrespectful. And he just let
podcast.
it be known.
and that's the point. That's the point DJ Academics was making. He was saying that it's his podcast. He can do what he want. You are my guest. He can make anybody a Rory or Maul at any point in time. So allegedly, what's going on is negotiation now. But DJ,
I don't think that's true though, either.
I
I don't think he
said
can
a-
make
I said-
anybody Maul and Rory. No, I'm
You're
talking about
tripping.
that part.
you're tripping.
I'm not tripping.
If I listened to Joe Budden, Karen Civil, and fucking Steve South, I would do that. Rather
No,
than-
see, but then he's gonna lose a lot of people if he replace Maul
and
and,
once again,
Rory.
so you didn't watch DJ Academics,
No, I listened to Joe Budden.
right? So
Why you keep bringing up a nigga that don't?
a nigga that's
He does shit by himself. He
a
don't do shit with other-
nigga that Joe Budden said is his friend. He knows I do business. Why wouldn't I listen to him?
He don't know how Joe Budden do business. He
No,
know
no,
one
relax,
scope.
relax,
he know one
relax,
aspect.
relax,
That
relax,
word get used very loosely.
relax,
Especially in that industry, Freddie.
Yeah.
relax.
Especially in that industry.
Relax. Hold on. I knew he was gonna do this. Relax. A nigga that Joe Budden said
Why you
was
do
his friend
Oh, he's creating traps and shit.
and was said that is, and he says DJ Academics know how to do business. So now, if you're gonna say that, then now what are you doing with Joe Budden word? Joe Budden said these words.
About somebody that I don't care to listen to. You
So
can't,
it's
you
about your
can't
pre-
keep asking
So
me
how
about
much?
Bull.
How much is Joe Budden word worth? If he has certain things you don't care about.
Joe Budden has also come out and said that he bullshit a lot of his words too. Like he say shit just for effect and shock value. He said that.
Okay.
So you got to take everything with a grain of salt. My whole point is, as a person who listens to the podcast, for those who don't know, Joe Budden is missing 2 of his co-hosts right now. Apparently through something that's going on behind closed doors. And luckily for me, I'm not behind that closed door with him. So I can't speak on what's going on between them. I can speak on the effect of the podcast. And he got 2 niggas there that one of them already stated, I don't do this podcast shit. I don't want to do this podcast shit. I'm just stepping in for them till my guys get back. If motherfuckers that you got to replace people to do that say shit like that, that speaks volumes for who them 2 people are. It's volumes. They're not there to replace nobody.
It's not.
They just standing in. And you're not going to get nobody to replace them. Joe Budden is going to have to create another avenue. He's not going to be able to just keep doing this podcast without those 2 guys. And he said that too. So if you want to get into what he said, we could get into it.
That doesn't change my question. My question to you was saying, do you think what he's saying was true? Because how about this? If that's your case, do you think that Joe Budden always wanted to create another podcast, like another avenue? I'm sorry, not podcast, another avenue without them.
No, I mean not in that not in the scope of that podcast. No,
Not.
He's created other avenues without them.
Do you think-
Yeah, he has plenty of avenues without them? I'm talking about that specific avenue, that podcast. He can't continue to do that without Rory and Maul.
I mean, it's what we beg to disagree, and because I think people forget.
But you don't listen to the podcast, huh?
I don't need to. I watch the news. You don't watch the news. I
We're
remember.
not talking about the news.
Yes, we are. I remember.
No, we're not. You can't have a 100% solid opinion about something if you don't listen to it.
You don't watch the news, right? So you can't have an opinion.
I'm not talking about the news.
My point is that I remember Roy was on trial because when Henny Palooza, he was on trial. That's how I got introduced to Rory. That's what I'm saying. Remember,
What trial was it? Pull up the trial. Just pull up the trial.
Remember,
'Cause I know you're talking about his man's was doing some wild shit for Henny Palooza.
But-
He's talking about that on the podcast too. So I know.
but-
But what trial you talking about?
remember when we had a conversation
You
about?
talking about the trial of public opinion?
Remember when we had the trial? Remember we had a conversation about when you started listening to Joe Budden and how you got introduced to him? I told you I've been listening to him. I've been knew this shit was happening, and you told me you listened to him after me. And I told you his only got popping because after when he was on Love and Hip Hop. You don't remember that? We got
He admits to that.
But maybe it was the Bombay talking because you told me that's not true.
See now you doing.
I'm asking a question.
You gaslighting now.
I'm not.
It's you were talking. You gaslighting.
We're not on Twitter.
Yeah, it don't matter. I gotta say buzzwords like that. You gaslighting.
Okay.
That's what you're doing.
Do you remember? So did you listen to Joe Budden before or after he got on Love and Hip Hop?
After.
So when I said that, why did you tell me I was wrong?
I never told you. How can I tell you was wrong?
Hey,
I started listening. Did I go back to listen to older podcasts? Yeah. But I started listening to the podcast after Love and Hip Hop. Yes, that's when I started. That don't change my statement. And I've listened to the podcast even episodes before he got on Love and Hip Hop. Like that, I still listen to the podcast more deeply than you do. You said you don't listen to podcasts, you watch the news. So what does the news do? What about the news makes you think you could comment on what the fuck going on?
Tim, am I making sense or I'm not making sense? Let me know. I realize I'm not the person because, like Chase says, I'm not the right person to deal with the mess. Am I making sense?
So much pressure. I think to an extent, yes, you are making sense. What I'm gathering from it, and Fred, help me out here. I'm gonna actually let me know if I'm in the right ballpark. There's two different sources here. There's Joe Budden's podcast, and then there's the news. You all have the one that you choose as your source to gather information. However, how it's delivered is different on either source. So from what I can tell, y'all are both missing details on both sides. There's also pieces of it to where, like you said, John, you listened to Joe Budden's podcast prior to Chase. Chase got introduced to it. Now that's what he chooses to like really get into. That's his thing and where he listens. Now, where I'm lost at is the question at hand. That's where I'm trying to figure out why does it matter whether you listen to the news or Joe Budden's podcast to answer the broader question.
Well, I ask you this, Tim. If somebody tells you something about someone, where's the better source of information going to come from? That someone or something else that's just speculating?
I mean, the person which is about.
So that's the point. That's my point.
Can I ask you a question?
You can't say I listen to the news
Sure.
and think that.
If somebody does that, right? They tell you where it came from, but also they have a lawsuit that they're not talking about. They're talking about things that happen, but they're not talking about this particular lawsuit they have against them. Which one you think is more credible?
I mean, I would assume there's reason why they can't talk about the lawsuit because it's active.
My point exactly. But the lawsuit.
Lawsuit? I should just say pull up the lawsuit. We're not talking about a lawsuit. That's not the matter at hand. The matter at hand is the podcast, and could it go forward without these two people?
No, stop. No, see, look,
Well, John, because your question was earlier, you said, does Joe Budden ever want to do like entities without them?
Okay, so this is my fault too. I don't keep things in context. That's not. I understand what you're saying. There. What I was saying to you was that I remember when Maul and Rory weren't that significant. I remember when I only knew Rory for being a Kappa and being in Henny Palooza and catching cases. That's how I knew about him. So if you're saying if you're just standing on this told that you're saying that, oh no, Joe Budden couldn't do that without them. What I'm saying is I knew them before that.
But what was the like? There was a time with the podcast without Maul. Mm-hmm. There was no time in this podcast without Rory.
Right, because that's at Henny Palooza. And then the thing
still was no. You add Henny Palooza.
You keep cutting me off. That's why he was on there. He was on there because he had Henny Palooza. He had the connects. The thing that saved Rory from the case is that he started doing that. That's all I'm saying.
That's not what you said, but I mean,
No.
that wasn't the matter at hand.
All right, solid.
You included Henny Palooza in his personal
That's
struggles.
all. That's all he got. He's a white capper. That
He used to work for Sony too, though.
he's a white capper. He used to work for Sony. Now what? And Sony spin off the Henny Palooza. Now what? What else? What else do we have? You gonna are you gonna listen to his album?
Yeah, Emotional Orange. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the album. Yeah,
when it come out.
I'm not sure. He don't even know. What does that got to do with anything? You ask me questions and now you just shrugging your shoulders saying that's it. You're not making a point. You're just throwing loose questions around. Okay. It might make sense in your head, John, but they're not making sense outside of your head. Okay. Make it make sense to everybody. That's what you do, though. You throw loose questions around in hopes to trap somebody. I keep telling you this.
I'm not trying to trap
Stop creating a middleman. Ask what you mean. Get to the end goal.
You told me everything's a middleman. You told me it's a middleman. I did that on purpose.
Oh, you dropped your photo on purpose. Can we talk about who tripping right now? Can we talk about that?
He's bugging.
All right. Well, before we end, man, how you feeling about NCAA Final Four, Roy Williams?
Not even that. He keeps. I'm sorry, Tim.
I'm ready to move on, Tim.
No, not even that.
I'm with you.
What I'm saying is, you see, I'm doing that. So, like, you think the people that robbed Beyonce had a middleman, or they just knew that was they robbing Beyonce?
I think they knew they was robbing Beyonce.
So, what's the middleman? Would you rob Beyonce?
Fuck no.
Would you rob Beyonce? Well, Fred might rob Beyonce. Tim, would you rob Beyonce? I'm not asking Fred nothing this shit. I'm not. No, Fred. We Fred, don't get us canceled.
We can't hear Fred. I can't hear him.
More.
Can you hear me?
No,
Yeah,
I
we
can't.
can.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
we
hear
can. You
what
wasn't
said
talking.
before that.
Yeah,
No rap.
I ain't saying nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm about to say that wasn't.
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I just saw his lips move. I didn't know if he was talking about it.
No, I'm not robbing Beyonce.
I think the fucked up shit about the shit is that they stole kids' toys. That's a lot. Fuck the. I mean, Beyonce.
Is this a crackhead? Who is stealing from Beyonce?
Nigga,
who in their right mind is stealing from Beyonce?
They stole $1.5 million from Beyonce.
It's a drop in a bucket.
It
For
don't,
her.
Still a
it
lot
don't
of money.
It don't matter.
I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's right.
You hit that lick knowing I'm stealing from Beyonce. Like, you knew that shit.
I just think it's.
They stole 3 fucking storage places from Beyonce. That's just a lot for me. That's all I'm saying. You say that's another thing. That's just wild.
But they just want to humble them real quick. You could be as high as you want. You still get treated the same.
You such a gangster.
That's wild.
Oh, I'm just saying.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
I see you,
You
Tim. I see you, Tim.
You presented the well, I ain't gonna say she presented like, oh, here's my stuff, but I mean, like, if they knew that was your spot and it wasn't highly guarded like it's supposed to be.
Oh, so so right now they Connecticut UConn right now, huh?
Do they know who that was that did it?
No, they can't. No, not
Damn,
yet.
dog.
So they UConn right now, huh?
That's scary as fuck.
In what sense?
What you mean? UConn was on top of the world. They lost 2 games this year.
I mean,
Now they're not playing for.
And they
national
got a
championship.
dog too on their team.
this ain't the first 2 games they ever lost, so they be all right.
I know it's the 3rd game they lost, not the first 2. It's the 3rd. What are you doing? See, you gotta say I trap people, and then people say something.
I'm not. I'm just. You said they lost 2 games this year. I said it's not the first time they lost 2 games. That's all I said.
Look at me, dog. I'm not a part of this.
That's all I said. This is not the first
Am I
time.
tripping?
I'm telling you right
Tim,
now.
am I tripping? Chase, am I tripping? Can I just?
Nigga, you fell already in my book.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very hard to get me on any
Yes,
side
John,
you try to do it.
Yes, they were on top. They took their loss. I mean, at some point in time, I mean, every great is going to take a loss.
I wanted them to lose, just not yet.
It was losing before they got Page. Were they not? Were they not losing before they got Page?
I mean, they just went. It was.
But that was a while ago.
Yeah, it is.
That
That's
streak
all
you
I-
talking
that's
about,
all
that
I
was a
was
while
saying.
ago.
No, not. They went 28-2 this year.
This year, but this, what they do last year?
31 and like 1.
And what about the year before that?
Like
They hadn't lost in 4 years, I think. Prior,
Yeah.
to that.
I remember that long streak of not losing.
That was 2 years ago.
So-
that was 2 years ago.
All right, so after that they lost 1 game,
Yeah.
and they lost 2 games.
Yeah.
So now next year it's gonna be 3. Like, it basically what Fred is saying is now the decline happens. Yeah, like that's what he's saying. Like,
Not with the National Player of the Year.
yeah, it does happen. It happens. The game still got to be played. Like, Bull been getting busy in women's
No, he
North Wait, what?
Y'all don't watch him? Y'all don't watch.
What's boy name? What's his name? The
Gino?
coach. Gino. Yeah, he's
Y'all
been
don't-
getting busy for
No,
a minute.
But do you watch him?
Oh.
He called them. Yo, his press conference was fucking harsh for a fucking
Mel, the best recruiting class ever. He gotta be harsh when they lose.
Male, female, whatever sport you got. If that was an NFL team, I would have been like, yo, what the fuck? That nigga say, yo, we
You
got
can't compare professional sports to.
Yes, I can.
Last
That
year.
nigga
No,
told
you
that
can't.
he told his team y'all immature. Not he and he
All
made
right.
he
Yeah,
made
that's-
he
he's in
made
college,
it
though.
very,
That's college.
No, he made it very clear. Not they're young. It's the difference between young and immature.
Yeah.
They're immature. They think that the world is on them.
But he built that legacy though, so you automatically going. You might be immature going to UConn.
Yeah.
Because you automatically think,
No,
nigga, I'm about to win every game. I'm
that's
at
not.
UConn.
That's not true. What other sport do you think? What other team do you think isn't like? Give me the male side of that.
It don't
The
have to be a male
Patriots?
side, John.
So what other team?
You could say
would
the
you-
Patriots with Bill Belichick. People thought that they wasn't going to not make it to the playoffs.
You're not wrong, John.
People that join the team, yeah, they could think that, yeah.
Shit,
Definitely.
back when Kobe
When
playing
they
with the
signed
Lakers, shit,
Cam,
playing with Jordan.
they will at least make it to the playoffs.
No way. They thought they.
Everybody thought, like, what do you mean?
You
What,
think
John?
Tom Brady's?
that
You
was
think Tom?
that was the pre. That
Do you
pre.
think Tom Brady's a better quarterback than Cam Newton?
Of course, I think that. But
Is
that don't
Cam Newton
mean-
a better quarterback than Matt Castle?
Yes,
Matt
he
Castle
is.
never made the playoffs.
He went 11-5.
He never
He
made the
went-
playoffs.
yes, he did. Yes, he
No,
did.
he didn't make. He
No,
didn't make the
no, he
playoffs.
didn't.
He didn't make the playoffs that year.
Stop.
He didn't make the playoffs.
He never
that
made
year.
the playoffs.
He went
So
11.
stop.
Listen
That
to me
wasn't-
though.
that
He
wasn't-
went
No,
11 and
We're not
That's
5.
not
counting the
Fred's
wild card.
statement. That's
Wild
not
card.
Fred's statement. That's
No,
not Fred's
no,
statement. Fred's
he
statement
was
is
second. They were second. I think the Bills.
So we're
Matt
not counting
Castle-
the wild card as the playoffs.
No, he didn't make the wild card.
They did not make
They
the
didn't
playoffs.
make the playoffs that year.
That's what I'm
11-5, no playoffs. But
Stop.
is he better?
I'm
Is
out.
Cam Newton better?
Stop. I don't.
No,
care.
listen, because you're talking about.
I'm talking about Fred's statement. I'm talking about Fred's statement. Fred's statement said that you join the Patriots and think you're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's automatic thought. Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
It
is.
is, bro.
Yes, it
Like,
is.
You the only one on the world that think that wasn't happening. Like what
That's
are you
definitely a
talking
thought for a person that signs with the Patriots. No matter who's at quarterback, because if you could go 11-5 with Matt Castle, you could definitely make the playoffs with Cam Newton.
Matt Castle never made the playoffs. That's my point.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you could go 11-5 with Matt Castle
And not make the
you
playoffs.
can make the
And not
playoffs with a better quarterback.
and you can go 11-5 and not make the playoffs. You can go 12-4 and not make the playoffs.
So who made the playoffs out of the NFC East this year? What the fuck was their record?
It's not the Patriots. Y'all niggas just changed the
You talking about making the playoffs? I'm saying that if you could go 11-5 with Matt Castle, you could go 12-4 with Cam Newton.
So you think it's more
Thought process meaning, like
so you-
going into it.
Is that more by the player or the organization?
The player, because you gotta check your expectations, and I think that's why a lot of people don't like Bill Belichick that speak on him, because you go there and you realize he's not gonna be easy on you. He's gonna make you work, and only a certain type of player could acclimate to that.
So are you on the side of NCAA players getting a compensation or no?
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know what that means.
So you can make money off your likeness.
No, I know, but I'm saying in the scope of what we're talking about. But
No, I'm saying, but
yeah, they definitely should get
But
compensation.
what I'm saying is, if you're making $100 million, not $100,000 in college, well, I need to go to this NFL team because at that
You
point,
can't stay in college forever.
4 years. But I'm saying when I negotiate my contract, if you
You gonna make more though. In the NFL.
but my minimum changes. The minimum for fucking Vince Young would have been different if he had a compensation clause than when he got.
I like that though. I like that you forced the NFL to
That's
pay your players more.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What y'all think?
that ain't a bad thing. Pay people in college so that the NFL go, shit, all right, now it's time to try to get a little bit more close to fair.
Oh no, this NFT shit gonna definitely change that shit. What would y'all think?
about compensation?
Yo, stop being Godfather in the podcast video, dog.
What are you talking about?
I gave you offer you can't fucking refuse.
Are you talking about the compensation though? I think, yeah. I mean, anytime you put those college players through that much rigorous, whether it's practice or just playing, and they basically ain't got no life outside of that, yeah, it's a job, bro. It's a job to keep that up. It's a job to keep my body up. So I think that they should be paid.
And a 4-hour scholarship
They
ain't
got
enough.
I'm about to say they got a free ride though.
Ain't
What,
enough.
what about that argument?
I wouldn't even go here if I didn't have to.
You know, y'all don't really know
I
how
don't
I feel
value my
about
education.
college and how that all that paying and all that scholarship stuff work. I don't really bang with that too much, but like it's the education should be free in itself. So giving me a free ride don't really mean too much to me.
Thanks.
Like
Thank
like it don't
So-
really mean too much to me, but yeah, cool, that's cool, but I'm also making your college buku more money than what you giving me, so I just feel like it's right to give me what I'm worth.
So my question to you is saying, like, if everybody had a chance to go from high school to the pros, how many would be pros? You don't think college actually
You talking
develops?
about percentage?
Yeah.
I think not college per se.
60%.
I think the coaches develop the players.
Look at the high school draft. It's not that many people that come out of high school in the NBA.
I'm saying if they had the choice, like they didn't have to go
No,
to school.
no. That's not my question.
Oh, all right.
My question is, how many would they actually be pros? Like, exclude LeBron,
Right.
KG,
Right.
Kobe.
Exclude the people that came out of high school with the college.
No,
I mean, they came out of high school
Oh,
and
no.
went to the league.
excuse Bennett. All these people that came out of high school.
Who that?
You're talking about Anthony.
Who Bennett? The number one draft pick for King Cavaliers. Who's Bennett?
Well, Anthony Bennett.
Yes, he came out of high school.
I mean, you can't just say Bennett, nigga. That nigga ain't nobody.
But
Yeah, it's niggas that went to college that, nigga.
Alright,
If you'd have said Morrison to me, I'd have said, who the fuck is that?
no, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would have.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would have.
He's not the number one overall draft pick.
Adam Morrison is somebody that went to college and went to the league.
He's not the number one overall draft pick.
You think that played a part in why I said what I said?
Yes.
Is the fact that he's number
Because
one.
high
I'm
school-
telling you're wrong.
High school players don't get drafted lower than 10. High school players don't get drafted lower than 10.
When was
Kobe?
when was Lou Williams drafted? He was drafted lower than 10.
Out of high school too.
Out of
No,
high
he
school.
was. I don't think so.
He was out of high school.
Well, nigga, Sixers was going to the playoffs around that time, so he was definitely lower than 10.
That's not. And then I don't watch basketball. You see how the Thunder about to go to the playoffs. They about to have 19 fucking first round
Thunder's
draft
not
picks.
going to the playoffs this year.
Okay.
But I get your point though. To be fair,
You're right. 15.
yeah, he went over to the yeah, exactly. Now,
You're right.
not
I don't know
Like
when
your
the
theory.
other there was another one that he got drafted by the Suns. He was out of high school. I can't remember his name, but I forgot. He might have been top 10.
What I'm saying is, you don't think that matters? Because you don't think the
this nigga
development
said
part?
Bennett.
He was a number one overall draft pick.
Yeah,
I'm
then why you
confused.
name Kobe and Kevin Garnett and them? They wasn't number one picks.
I just named people from high school. That I consider-
Exactly. So if you're gonna name people from high school that wasn't number one picks, you can't just throw Bennett out there.
I'm sorry.
Just because he was a number one pick. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I did the last 20 years and I missed one person, and that was Lou
No,
Williams.
you threw Bennett in there. I'm talking about that. I don't give a fuck about that.
You fuck the rationale. Fuck.
Who else come out of that draft?
What draft?
Bennett. Nigga, don't look at Google. Don't look at Google.
Draft.
Who else came out of that draft?
That's when
I
the
don't
Browns
know
made a
even- I
mistake.
don't even
with
know
high
Who
what
school.
else
they
came out of that draft?
I don't know.
What was that year?
So he was the tallest midget, is what you're saying.
There you go.
There you go. Here you
You
go.
already know. I said it off podcast. I don't say that in podcast.
All right, you're right. My bad. If anybody that offended, I'm sorry. I apologize. You're right. That's all you getting out of me, though. That's it. He's still Googling this nigga draft.
spell his
You gonna
name.
find a diamond in the rough and go, him! No.
That draft was
Keep it a buck. You couldn't name nobody off the top of your head.
I can't. I know. I said it already. Didn't I say it?
No.
So, as you work in a university, what do you think about it?
He think he should get paid more.
Everybody saying
So what you think of college?
Y'all heard it.
athletes?
So pay me more.
Pay Tim more. Pay all of them more.
No, I'm all about athletes getting paid, and the reason why I say that, my argument is even larger than just the piece that Fred brought up. Like, the scholarship isn't worth enough. Most players make their scholarship money back within the first year with revenue. And so my thing is, you also give academic scholarships to students, but then you also give them a research lab, grants that are worth hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to do their research, and they're also compensated based off those grants for their time and effort. Based on that research, they get credited for it, and then when they graduate, they get a job based on their research. Whereas college players, like, the combine, for example, which I have a lot of thoughts about. I'm not the biggest fan, which I think is why I struggle liking the NFL all the way through. Because you have these players who are number one Heisman Trophy winning players, and you still didn't make them compete like dogs for a spot on a team.
And they make people do stuff when it's not even their season for sports.
Not even their season for sports. You put them on display, and it's like it just makes me very uncomfortable. And like you can that likeness piece, right? Like you have these great players that come out. So I'll use like where I'm at, for example, like a Carmelo Anthony, right? Fantastic basketball player, one of the greatest here. But what I'm saying is like
Syracuse.
he didn't get.
He said Syracuse.
What I'm saying was Carmelo say 1 year.
He said went to Syracuse.
But even that, John, like his likeness, right? That 1 year that he was here is huge.
Still,
institution wise,
no one talks about Syracuse without Carmelo Anthony.
There's Carmelo,
I'm not
Ernie
saying
Davis, and Donovan
that's
McNabb.
that's what I'm saying. Those are better examples. They played there. What I'm saying is Carmelo only knock was he didn't go to the league. Like he had a chance to like go instead of going to high school.
Yeah, but he wanted to play under Boeheim.
He wanted to win. He said, "I want to win the national championship."
Yeah, but it's the reason why he went to Syracuse. He could have went to anywhere else. He wanted to play on Boeheim too.
So
what I'm saying is, John, like, okay, so I'm sorry. I'll use Donovan McNabb.
don't wink at me and then they not see that. Y'all saw that wink that because he's doing this for content. He's not doing this.
I'm not doing that for content. That's what you do now. Giving you the content head. Just create shit out of thin air. Think everybody supposed to just be on that wavelength.
Joe Budden.
Oh shit. You ain't Joe Budden. I guarantee you that.
I can't rap like that. I'm sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
Nah, so I'll change the person. So Donovan McNabb, even just based on his likeness alone, like he got to negotiate a lot more contractual wise. And we see a lot of players. Hell, I'll give you even better example for a school that I dislike with a passion. Kyrie Irving, he played 11 games.
Bro, that was the dumbest thing ever, though.
11 games. Got an injury, thought it was serious, realized it wasn't, could have came back and played. And it's like, I'm going to just chill because I know I'm about to get drafted. But his likeness alone,
no, he was thorough.
Jeff could have got him in a higher tax bracket.
And for the record, this whole AI versus Kyrie Irving, y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Come on, man. Why you bring that up?
Drop this clip. Y'all niggas are drunk. Y'all doing fucking.
Can you stop?
No, because this shit disrespectful. This shit disrespectful. Y'all
No disrespect.
Y'all doing. No, I should mention it because people don't know. Y'all doing K2. Y'all doing all them other fucking. Y'all not even doing bad heroin. Y'all doing a different type of heroin when we figure it out.
He doing Molly. He doing ecstasy.
No, they not doing. They doing all that shit mixed in one. Y'all niggas are drunk. There's no way that y'all can compare Kyrie Irving to AI. Let's stop that. No, yet. Kyrie has hit his ceiling. Nobody wants to talk about that. Let's talk about that. Kyrie will never be the MVP of the league. Kyrie will never have a scoring championship. Like he has hit his ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Like let's stop this. Let's stop all this. Let's stop this.
That's your opinion.
I thought you was going.
When will he be MVP? When will Kyrie be MVP of the league?
I thought you was going to be on the other side because his love for Duke.
And that's the point. And I'm objective.
Please, he don't even like Kyrie. He don't like niggas from Duke.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You don't ride for them niggas from Duke. Last nigga you rode for Duke.
This is Grant Hill?
No, it was after Grant, but it was nigga. It stopped. I'll tell you when it stopped. It stopped at Austin Rivers. After Austin Rivers, you have not cared about niggas from Duke in the league.
That's not true.
No, you cared about Duke. Niggas in the league that make it from Duke, you don't care about. You don't back them up.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
They're not bad. My whole argument is that people only argument about UNC versus Duke is that they have great players, but only Jordan. Other than that,
see, but then you changing the content. You talking about the context of UNC. I'm talking about fuck UNC. Talk about niggas in the league. You don't say people from Duke. Last nigga you said was JJ Redick. That's it. You don't mention nobody. You don't mention Zion. You don't mention Kyrie. Only in negative like you mentioned Kyrie. As you can see, guys, he want to bring up a dumbass argument, Kyrie versus the great Allen Iverson.
Hey, Chase, can I ask you a question?
No.
Okay.
No. I just want to say for the sake of the podcast, this wasn't my intention in using Kyrie as an example. I was trying to say something about college.
No,
it ain't Tim's fault. It's John's fault. Nigga love Duke. Don't care about their players.
Point. Again, yes, I think they should be compensated, especially with them bringing back NCAA the game. Like I think that's a big thing. Because the players are going to look exactly like them. They're going to be required to go out and do the 3D, 4D like suits. So yeah.
Aren't there like talks to them about to pay players?
Yeah, that's what the case is. Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
But
like California's already agreed to doing it.
yeah. I know somebody agreed to doing it.
The Supreme Court is trying to make it national, but the thing is, like the lawyers are saying, like basically, if we do it this way, what else can we act like? Basically, if you pay a player to come
deeper,
to school,
darker, Freddie.
what do you say?
What's the scale? That's
That's
hard.
That's the
'Cause
lawyer.
who do you
That's the
pay?
lawyer endgame.
And what do you pay them?
They said if we do it like this, what do we not give them? Because they're
You're gonna have max players. You're gonna have veteran minimums.
but you can't. But that's the thing. Like if you do
Is
that,
everybody get the same thing? Because
But not even that.
it's another argument.
if I say that you're coming to my school
Mhm.
and I'm giving you $100,000 off the rip, you get injured. Do you lose your scholarship or do you lose the money for coming to the school? Because you remember you was
you get the money. That's your contract. Scholarship is year to year already. So
what I'm saying, you get the $100,000, but you don't get a degree. So next year,
how many niggas go for a degree though?
Listen. Let me finish. So next year, you get it. You're not really fucking Derrick Rose situation. Didn't take the ACT. Didn't do none of that shit. So what I'm saying, you
Niggas
go
from Chicago.
When I say
that shit like Philly.
Yeah, so
like,
you get.
I want to go to the league, nigga. I'm just doing this because
That's what I'm saying. You get into school. So then now you took your $100,000. Next year your grades are bad because we maneuver shit for you.
You talking about me, yo?
He don't
talking about me.
He don't want to make a serious
It
point.
wasn't in last year. Next year was next semester.
Anyway,
My grades was bad.
you get to the point where you make a situation going and like, oh yeah, you coming here, you get injured. Now what happens to your life? Is it the school fault? Because now the school's at fault because they only got you in because you weren't supposed to be qualified for it technically, but they took you. So now what happens? You got $100,000, and then now you're saying because I can't never play basketball again. What's the boy name from fucking?
you saying they should take out an insurance policy too? If players do that.
If you
They already have that.
Yeah,
I'm saying they do that already.
The insurance policy is not on your grades. It's on your athleticism. It's not on your mental.
Yeah, the only thing that's contingent for your scholarship is grades and attendance.
Yeah, and we've been in school with people that don't go to class.
Or they go to class, but it ain't
Class.
Yeah. I try to find those classes. I told one man on the basketball team, yo, what's on your transcript? I was choosing classes like GC courses off the strength of Bull's transcript.
Yeah.
Especially if he got a good grade. Add it. Discount towards my degree.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be hard. I think they'll probably treat it either like a stipend program.
They get stipends already.
Yo,
But
they need to
listen,
shut
a
that dog up.
larger livable amount is what I'm saying. Like what they get now is chump change.
What's chump change to you?
$250 a week.
No.
Well, let me say this. One, it's not equitable.
college.
through
In college,
colleges.
what's chump change to you?
At the D1 level, that's what's going to happen first. So let's start
I
there.
know. Yeah.
D1, R1, I think, I don't know the numbers here, but what I've seen at other institutions, basketball, the scholarship for like each semester was right around 10.
Stipends. 10 what? For a stipend?
Yeah, per semester. And they break it up each month. So whatever that equates over 4 months. So was that $2,500 a month? Something like that?
And everything else paid for.
Yeah.
It's not enough, nigga. I gotta go to practice every day. I can't have
No,
a real social life.
No, you can. You seen that.
I seen
seen
niggas that had no chance of going to the
you
league.
seen, but
have a
you
social
seen
life.
people. You seen people in US, and we're not gonna do that. You seen people in UNC be drunk on fucking Franklin Street.
Yeah, that's different.
That's not different. Oh,
That's not
my.
a social life.
He was cursing his girl out
Yeah,
and
that's
slapping her.
That's not a social life.
All right.
That's
He
domestic
was-
violence.
he was dealing with something. Apparently, he need to go ahead and get the fuck up out of here.
But
and
so
shit
John,
the
that's where it
league.
gets hard. Is like the paying scale for how you do these players. That's where it gets tricky. I still believe they should get paid and compensated, especially for their likeness, jersey sales. If people are coming to the game, whatever. Oh,
No, I'm not again. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that to say that
You don't want them to get paid
every player needs to get paid is because you got to pay the walk-ons too.
because they all got to do the same thing. It's just one
You
is
gotta-
doing
you
more
gotta
in the.
pay I just think
No
the
one is doing more than the other person.
recruiting has to get better on their part. Like if I'm gonna recruit you,
gotta be earning this.
I gotta pay you. So at some point, I gotta be willing to put you in the game.
That brings me. Ooh. Fred, that bring me to 2 points.
What I think, John, honestly, is what will happen is people who are like given scholarship players will get one rate, and walk-ons will be treated kind of like work study or work aid.
That sounds good, but here goes my thing. What about the Steph Currys?
What about
They were walking on. They were walk-ons.
but over exceeded it.
How do you renegotiate your contract?
Yes.
Would you be mad?
absolutely.
Would you be mad at Steph Curry if he got a contract in a college and then he said, "Oh, we made so much Madness, I'm not playing unless I get a bigger bag."
Or holding out. Is what you're saying.
I wouldn't be mad because your school as far as athletically, your school doesn't go nowhere without a Steph Curry.
Nigga, you better renegotiate.
Yeah, that shouldn't even be a
And Davidson's also private.
conversation.
It's also private.
That's Tim picked up on my point. Yes, it's a private school, so it's no
No scale.
Yeah, it's a certain no matter where
Because
you
private schools don't gotta abide
yeah.
by
So where you go,
scale.
no matter what you do,
I'll transfer.
in March Madness.
I'll transfer. I ain't got to play for the rest of this year. I'll transfer next year. I'm fine.
It's a huge leap. Either way, though, they got to make it so that
They
private
all
schools-
bet on themselves.
What rules do private schools go by that public schools go by? Like I'm talking like you
Any
got to
federal,
do this.
federal money.
They got
federal
federal
money.
money.
federal money, and they go off grade point average too, don't they?
Yeah, they got a certain. No, this is
Only
Well,
thing
yeah,
that's consistent
1.2
is,
and be on the team.
technically.
Well,
you do. It's
but
because
see, that's not regular. It's not about a
because
school.
it's
That's
private, you don't-
NCAA.
Yeah, but because it's a but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's NCAA.
But because it's a private school, you don't have the
Right.
same luxury of saying, "Let me see them scores." Because the public school might say, "We release our scores at this day," and the private school say, "We'll release at the end of the quarter." You can. That's the difference. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But it's still a regulation, though. You not
It's not
gonna
a re-
play NCAA
Right, but see, the thing
ball,
about it
private
is
or not,
like,
under a certain GPA.
right. But what John is saying is like, so for example, Chase, Central Public School, right?
Yeah.
Versus Shaw, which is right in Raleigh and it's private. If they require us to drop all of our athletes' grades on October 15th, we can't miss that deadline as a public school. Versus Shaw is private. It said, "Oh, we only do ours on a quarterly system, so you won't get it until November 1st." That 15,
But they eventually
16
get
days,
it, though, right?
Yeah,
that's
but
16
that 15, 16 days is time for them to
the
do what they gotta
saying
do.
they athletes are doing well.
I mean, look, people gonna finagle the system regardless.
Right.
They do it now, John. So it's not. I'm saying create something new
I understand-
that they not gonna have to abide by,
But I
that
understand-
they not already doing.
But once again, I'm not falling for that. What I'm saying is you're changing what we're. You tell me I
Yeah,
changed.
but that's. I asked a question. I'm not.
No, Chase, your question is right. I think
unknowingly.
what John
Yeah,
was-
that's.
he was
I
saying,
know
like-
I'm changing it. I know I'm changing it. I'm not doing it like ignorantly.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
asking-
no,
I'm
your question's
proposing-
spot on.
Proposing a new way of thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what John was getting at when he asked a question about Steph Curry and it being private versus public. Like, that's what's hard because you got schools that are huge public schools like a UNC or Florida State that brings in the money, but compared to like a
the
Syracuse or
Florida State.
Duke,
They don't even say it like that. They say the
Private schools might fuck around and say, "Nigga, I give you more money to come here."
No, they won't.
They might.
They won't.
Yes, they might to get the talent.
And the question, and once again, so
I don't know. I don't
so-
know if I agree with that, John. I don't know.
If you do that, then
I don't know.
If you do that, then how do you sustain your degree? Because like we already know
You
what.
keep bringing up degrees.
What I'm saying, we already know what part.
Niggas ain't going to the league. Niggas, big niggas. Like
What
if
about
you-
the other
I'm
people that-
saying like people that's definitely just gonna do 1
All right,
year
Chase,
and go.
if we
I'm not talking about
if we
Joe Snows.
no, if we do that with you, right, and we say that
with me.
no, I'm saying we
I
take
have no shot of ever going to
No, I'm-
anywhere near the league.
Jesus Christ, if we do that with your thought with your training,
Okay.
if we say that, oh, we're all going to go to pick a university,
So it got to be private or
it don't matter. It don't matter.
If we all going to UNC,
If we all go to UNC. We all go to UNC. You getting paid to go there. You're getting paid $200,000. For the other people, I have to. I'm saying UNC is known for their pharmaceuticals. They're known for their accounting program. They're known for their it's
the
one more
nursing
program.
program's pretty good.
Nursing program.
I mean better than Central.
What I'm saying, if we know that,
Actually, it's not.
it's not.
I
It's
know.
not, it's not.
That's why I said it.
But I'm saying if we go there, right, and then we know that they're gonna have to raise tuition. So what's it stopping me from going? Stopping you? You gonna go there regardless because you getting 100,000 out the gate. But for the other people that's going to enroll, what's stopping me from doing that? Because at some point, the grades have to matter. If the school is on, if you matriculate everybody in there saying that you're gonna pay them the most money, then they still got to perform. Like at some point, a professor got to be a professor. Because at some point, like fucking, what's his name? The nigga that got caught taking a fucking athletic class, taking an African American class.
Oh,
Come on, Rashad McCants?
Yeah.
Rashad McCants, yeah, he got that shit. That's
I don't know if it's him. I'm just
Rashad McCants, and it was.
I know he.
No, he
did
was.
something.
He played for the. He played for fucking Carolina. He was a defense end.
I'm just saying. I don't.
Julius Peppers.
Yeah, Julius Peppers.
Him too. Like at some point, they can't do that no more. They have to actually teach them. So at some point, when you grade them tests,
Yeah, I don't know if this is. I'm having a hard time with your example into correlating to my question.
what? Why?
Because I'm just strictly talking about your pay scale. NCAA probably is going to have a cap, right?
We passed the pay
But
scale.
listen, the public. No, that was my question. The public schools in the NCAA are probably going to have a cap. Private schools, knowing that, could say, I can exceed that cap if you come to my institution.
So that's why it's important.
That's my question.
So that's why it's important for NCAA to create the regulations and not leave it to institutional type.
But that's the thing. NCAA don't want to create the regulations.
But that's what I'm
That's the
saying.
problem.
Like that's why I asked my questions about
but-
the regulations and what does the NCAA control that
They can't-
that
can't-
private schools
they can't-
and public schools have to
They
abide by.
You can't because
But that's why that was my initial question, because that's why I was going to this.
You would never do that because the endowment's different. Because if you start an endowment saying that I'm going to just if fucking Julius Peppers, Rasheed Wallace, all of them start an endowment for UNC players, that money is different from fucking Davidson that has fucking Steph Curry.
Why is it different?
Because how many other players you know from Davidson that went to the league?
Yeah, but then you can't say UNC though. You got to use a smaller
No, I
public school.
No, he was giving the example, Chase, like
No, I
the
don't.
bigger school
No,
have an
no.
advantage.
yeah,
But Duke's a huge school.
we're not talking about Duke.
But put it on the same level though,
It's not
because niggas is not going to choose between Davidson and UNC.
Yes,
9 times out of 10 it's UNC versus Duke.
What?
I'm saying use the same
That's-
level of school.
What I'm saying is the recruiting class is the same, Chase.
The recruiting class is, but you still not choosing. Only reason why Steph went to Davidson is because he couldn't go to Duke or UNC.
And why is that? Because Duke didn't want to recruit him because of
But that's what I'm talking about. The players that's getting recruited,
What I-
regardless.
Am I tripping or he not listening? What I'm saying
But
to
listen,
you, Chase, is
that's all I got to say.
I know
You can't use UNC and Davidson. Is all I'm saying.
Yes, I can because
Not for my question. You
why
can't.
not? He's a 6'4" point guard.
You see,
Stop. Just stop. He's a 6'4" point guard from North Carolina
6 foot.
that averaged 40 points in high school.
6 foot.
Nigga
See, that
barely-
nigga little though.
All right, he's 6 foot, averaged 40 points in North Carolina. The top 2 schools in North Carolina did not want him. So that's the recruiting class. That's nothing to do with his talent. What I'm saying is, if you're based off of talent, what the fuck you doing? If you're based off of talent, then how does that work?
Because you putting another parameter around.
No, I'm not putting a parameter. That's
My
what I'm
question. Look, all right. Let's switch that question around, but just take Davidson out and make it Duke.
Duke
Then
didn't-
what?
Duke didn't recruit him either.
No, see, but you're making this about Steph Curry. I'm saying for the top 1 player. Listen.
I got-
just listen.
oh, no,
the
no.
top 1 player.
Can I give?
UNC could go to a cap, and Duke says, "I don't have to abide by that cap. I'll pay you more." What's stopping that number 1 person from going to Duke? That's what I'm saying.
What
Though.
I'm saying is, it's personal. That's what I'm saying. At that point, it's just like.
But what's the personal preference? If the personal preference money, I'm going to Duke.
So that's the problem with it. It's not about going. It's not about your
That's
grades.
my point.
It's
That's my point.
so it's not about student athletes anymore. It's just about being athletes.
It's all about being athletes.
That's the point.
That's why we trying to get them paid. They're athletes at the end of the day. Yeah, they're students too, but the commitment they make is athletics.
like I said. And look, y'all keep, and Tim gonna hate me for this hot take
They don't say it.
because
You don't
I'm
want
gonna
Tim to
say
hate you.
fuck UNC.
Oh.
Roy
Oh,
Williams
you mean
retired.
not personal hatred.
Yeah, Roy Williams retired. I think that's why he retired. He saw the angle. At some point, like that shit got to get difficult.
Somebody said he retired because he chalked Duke twice, so it was like, all right, nigga, I'm going out on this note.
Dog, did y'all read the recruiting letter to Jason Kidd? And niggas try to recruit Jason Kidd. He couldn't
Where'd he
get
go
him.
to? He went to UCLA,
Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah,
Arizona.
What was the recruitment letter? Fuck them niggas on that side, nigga. Come over here.
Sign
Sign a death row.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when you look at things like that, it's like people know.
What other school is that? Memphis?
Who? Yeah.
I still
Roy
think
Williams.
I think the NCAA still gonna botch this because it. I just
You
think
can't-
that's
I don't
just
think
what
they
they
get
do.
100%.
Like that's what they do. They find a way to make this look like it's like a terrible deal, and it's like,
Oh, so it's the NFL.
huh?
So it's like the NFL.
Yeah, in a sense, they find a way to mess it
They're
up.
gonna benefit more than
Yeah, definitely. They not going because at the end of the day, it's a business deal. Like
yeah.
it's a business deal. I'm gonna make sure that I get the best out of this. Yeah, you'll get something, whatever
So-
we're willing to sacrifice. Like,
If you
because remember
my-
the opposite end was you wasn't getting paid anything. So,
so do you so like all right, we talking about the players. So why you think Roy Williams retired? Because what's the Kansas coach name?
Bill Self.
Self this guy signed a lifetime deal. Why not? Why couldn't Roy do that?
Personal preference.
Roy may just be tired of it.
You may just want to chill.
He just may just be tired. I think I
Who
do think
accomplished
he's
more?
a pretty good coach, but I just think I think at
Bill
a
Self?
certain
Six is 9 years. I'm sorry, my fault, Fred.
no,
Go
you're
ahead.
good.
That's why I'm muting myself in the live.
No, I was saying like I think he's a good coach, but I just think at some point you run your course, and he may have seen it like that, or he just like, yo, I foresee some things that I don't want to be a part of. For all we know, he may know something that's happening behind the scenes that ain't come out yet.
Like paying the players, right? He
That's
might
John
know
Point.
that.
No, I'm saying no. I know. I'm
I know,
just
I
I'm
know,
saying
it's
both
okay.
parameters though. But like, it's just a lot of stuff that like we just don't know because we're not in on that side.
So
So,
tell me who you think gonna be the next coach at UNC.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been paying attention to see who would be a good fit for that role. I mean, in a dream world, I know this would never happen, but I would love to see like Phil Jackson come out of retirement and go to college and coach UNC.
That's a good one, actually.
They were saying Lavelle.
Man, fuck. No, okay.
He not.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying what people were saying. Dog.
That's the dumbest. That's the dumbest shit I ever.
Why? Say why?
I'm about to tell you why, because I saw this shit and I held my tongue just for the podcast, so they can't say I said this like out of content. This is fucking ridiculous. Niggas want black people to be so successful. They want black people to have so much pride. They want people to go to HBCUs. Why the hell would you want one of the best coaches in the HBCU go to a public school? This shit makes no fucking sense.
What are you talking about, people?
No, but that's not the point. The people have the fuck. Stephen A. Smith said this shit. How much his voice worth? And then fucking.
He also called us University of North Carolina Central.
And then right.
So
and you know what? You know what happened right after that right after that segment's dropped? Lavelle posted a fucking photo with him and Roy Williams saying, "I thank you for that." Not when announcement. I knew about
because Roy endorsed him.
Right, but what I'm saying is, why do that? Why not just say that he should stay there and let somebody else get that spot?
I agree.
But that's not fair to Lavelle.
That is fair to Lavelle.
That's not fair to Lavelle.
Why not be the?
I get what you're saying.
Why not be the greatest? Why not be the greatest HBCU coach of all time and then be the greatest coach?
We keep losing the A&T, and like you said, the recruitment.
I'm not
is
saying
different.
that.
No, he can't recruit. That's something different.
I'm not saying
Stop.
Top dogs in classes is not coming to North Carolina.
Chase. He knows Brandon Ingram.
He know Chris Paul too. What you mean?
No. Chris Paul wasn't when he was coaching. He's him and Brandon Ingram sit like this. It's not about the recruitment.
It is.
It's about no. All right, we'll talk about this later.
What's it about to you then?
Go ahead, Fred.
I was just saying,
because
Stephen A. may have been coming from like, yes, he wants Stephen A. We can say that he
wants. I'm saying the fact you know UNC, like that's what I'm saying. Like that shit did not seem. My fault. That's why we muted ourselves. My fault.
No, he may have. Stephen A. says that he wants people to go, to HBCUs, but at the same time, he's also looking at it from the coach as an individual. You're not going to get paid at a HBCU what you couldn't get paid at the PWI, and that's facts.
He's a man. Moulton is a millionaire, right?
How the hell I'm supposed to know that?
Understand that he could
It's
be
a public school,
but you could get way more
at
at a bigger school.
No, what? So is it about the school? Is it about? So you're saying once again, saying it's more about the money in the school, right?
What I'm saying is,
I'm answering a question.
Stephen A. was talking. I'm answering your question. I'm saying Stephen A. could have been talking to that point. I don't know what Moulton will do.
So you-
I honestly I do want him to stay, but I'm not mad if he goes to the PWI to go get money.
So you didn't see Stephen A. clip then? That's what you're saying.
What are you talking about?
You didn't see the clip when Stephen A. endorsed him.
Endorse him to go to UNC?
Mm-hmm.
I did see that, but I'm saying that he also states that he would like, he would like black coaches to stay. He said both at the same time. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So you think Jerry Stackhouse would be a better coach than Mullen?
I don't know. I never seen Jerry Stackhouse coach. I never followed teams that he coached.
Any assistant coach for UNC?
Mm-hmm.
Man, promote that man. 2 birds, 1 stone.
All I'm saying is that
Promote him. Black coach at USC, and we still keep Lavelle.
we
and he
keep
can be
talking
the
about how we
dopest-
want to. We talk about how we want to progress, but we never. What we say that the stigma is.
But you can't keep saying they. Sometimes they are
I said
different
we.
people.
I said
A lot
we.
of stuff.
Never said that.
But don't include us then.
What you mean? That's the difference of us being from here and going to another platform.
No, I'm saying in regards to Lavelle Moen, I want him to stay. Yes, I want him to build this program to be one of the best programs ever and get and do all that shit. We already had conversations about where I want HBCUs to be at. So I want that. So that's why I'm saying don't include we, because a lot of the times people that say one thing change tomorrow, and that shit don't matter. They fair weather. They just go on what was hot. You can't go and create a narrative and just say they fuck all these people. We can say that till we get blue in the face. They still gonna be idiots, or they might be smart people. We don't know who they are.
Once again, I said what I'm saying. We as a people, majority of us as a people,
On Twitter.
No, this majority of us. I watched Stephen A. Smith saying on national television.
And what Michael Wilbon say, since you want to talk about majority of us.
That's,
you don't know because you ain't see it.
That's 50%. Yeah. So it's still majority, right?
What Chris Broussard say? Let's talk about everybody, not just loud ass Stephen A. Smith, who's wrong a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't base it just off of strength of him. Like this nigga called us University of North Carolina Central. How much can you take? How much of that can you put to us as people?
He's gonna overtalk me because he knows how to use words better than I do. I'm terrible at it.
I know how to use it. Look at this.
Hey man, all I'm gonna say is back to your question, John, about UNC. I would love for Lavelle to stay at Central. I think he is building a really great platform for other HBCUs to be successful. I think he's going to continue to build one of the best programs, and it's put us in a position to at least be in the conversation. I mean, I was excited just the fact that Mikey Williams had us in his top 10. Does he choose us to go? Like maybe not, but the fact that we were in the conversation. I remember being in school. And I just don't remember having those moments where a top 10 recruit was talking about us as an institution. So as an alum, makes me really proud. I think on the opposite end, promote Jerry Stackhouse as the coach for UNC. Like have 2 black people who can ride it at the top, in doing that. So
relax.
This ain't got nothing to do with you, Tim, but this is COINTELPRO, and they're using fucking Stephen A. Smith. Because they know how strong it is for a nigga like Mikey to go to NCCU knowing Lavelle Moulton is the coach.
And all I'm saying is
that's a huge
and that's crazy. That's why I made the face and I told him relax because we still got our bet, right? I still get paid if he don't go to a HBCU.
What we bet?
Yeah, I bet. I think we bet like a
no, I know
that. Was I part of that bet? Was I part of that bet? I just want to make sure.
You might have been.
I know I didn't bet no money. So I want to know what you're talking about getting paid. Well, I want to know what you're talking about. Because I don't gamble.
And you said, and that's the one gamble you said. We can look that up.
I'll pay whatever if I agree to it.
Said,
if I agree, I genuinely don't remember.
I know I bet. I know what my bet.
All I'm saying is Chase only wanted me to face because for a reason. I'm just saying.
Did he say that?
No, I made that face because this shit is fucking
coinkydink.
No, this shit is the same thing how they used to paint us as animals and shit. It's a fucking false narrative they trying to paint, and they trying to say that he going to fucking UNC so that it can discourage Mikey from coming to a place like NCCU if he got to put up with a narrative that the coach is going to leave. That's what I'm saying. That's why I made the face. I'm not making a face because I bet. Fuck that bet. I still think he's going to go there, especially if Lavelle's there. That's one of the main reasons why I said he was going there, because Lavelle's there.
I'm just making sure I take my bet.
Can he do it? Can't they do a thing where it's like, all right, Mikey with me now. He see how I coach. I'm leaving.
That's
and
not our bet. I don't care. I don't care what
transfer.
they do about that. All I'm saying is he's not going to HBC. That's
Well,
what
I'm
my bet
saying he
was.
could start
I
off.
see. I know he's transferring to Sierra Canyon.
He just had 50.
Did Howard play this year, or did they take off?
No, they
took
and
off.
Bull got injured.
Damn, dog.
And Bull got injured too. He got injured before they took off. So,
But yeah. But shout out to Roy, man. Thanks for what he's done for that program. I also think it's some of
Shout out
his
to
health
Roy.
reasons too. I think some of it was health. So
Don't say that,
Man.
John. Don't think that shit right.
no, well, I legally can't speak on it.
You hear that?
Yeah, I did. I legally
Yeah, our headphones about to die.
I can't legally speak on
Alright.
it from the other standpoint. So I understand. Shout out to him.
Well, y'all be cool.
If y'all talk, if we got this joint on for 3 years, and let me tell you something, don't ever ask me to go to therapy. Can I end with that? Don't ever ask me to go to therapy.
Why though?
You can end with whatever you
I
want.
think,
dog.
honestly,
I'm gonna ask.
the questions that you would have and ask at therapy, they'll appreciate it. Honestly,
No,
Or
they,
it
they
might
don't.
just.
They don't.
it
I've been to
just might
therapy and
not
they
help.
told me. I've been to therapy
that's
and they
because
said
of that
I'm not
one
listening.
person don't make all therapists the same.
Salud. That's a great answer.
Shuts up.
All right, man. You look. What y'all about to get into?
Bang bang.
Gotta go cook.
Bang bang shrimp.
All right, y'all stay quiet. Y'all stay cool, kid.
Water. I'm gonna call y'all niggas back tomorrow.
Don't
This
call
shit
me. You're
was long.
sitting next to me. Stop calling
Sit
me. when
tomorrow.
you're
I'm not
next
gonna be sitting next to you tomorrow.
to me. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're not staying here tonight.
No.
It's gonna take me about
fuck
4
is wrong with you?
hours.
Yo, pause.
Sit
Then,
down,
if you
bro.
want to do it like that.
Yo. All right, we out.